Emmanuel quickly with the left hip strain. Jonathan Mobo has been recalled from Raptors 905, so we'll see if he gets any action tonight against the Bucks. But let's circle back to where we started when we first hopped on the air a couple of minutes ago. As RJ Barrett was talking after last game, it was this last meeting against the Bucks at home where the Raptors had a fully healthy lineup. Emmanuel quickly was playing in that game, and Toronto got beat by 24 at home. And this, according to Barrett, was the wake-up call for the team, which was the last game before that road trip that I spoke of, where they played well, albeit in a loss to the Knicks, played well, albeit in a loss to the Cavs, and ditto for the outcome against Detroit, and now back-to-back wins over Golden State and Boston. And, you know, I've said this a bunch. I think you've said it as well. I think some people in the Raptor fan base believe this. Others don't. But pound for pound, man for man, on paper, I still maintain that when healthy, this team is better than 10-31.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
But your record is what it is.
Yeah, and what we've seen in the last 4 or 5 games, Eric, is what we thought we were going to see at the beginning of the year. Yep. Look at the opponents. Detroit is a much improved team. Toronto right there with them. Cleveland for 3.5 quarters, right there with them. You beat Golden State. You beat Boston. I mean, you beat Boston going away. You hold them to 15 points in the fourth quarter. You outscore them in the paint 60-40. Boston did their thing. They're number one in makes and attempts in 3-point shots. Over the course of the NBA. On average, they shoot 18 for 49. Well, last game against Toronto, they were 16 for 46. They did their thing, but the Raptors held them to under 40% shooting, outscored them by 20 points in the paint, 18-5 on fast break points, and what do you know?
Yeah,
Toronto did not turn the ball over. Only 11 turnovers. So this is what we thought we were going to see at the beginning. And you don't tell me that this team couldn't compete with Brooklyn, Atlanta, these teams that are in front of them. And here's where we get dicey, Eric, because the Raptors have one of the easiest schedules from this point on, a 45% winning percentage of the opponents. They have a lot of easier games coming home. They had the second toughest schedule in the NBA up to this point. What do you want to do?
Well, and to further amplify the point that you're making, Jonesy, and again, I know we've talked about this ad nauseum, folks, but of the 14-15 losses that were 2 possessions or less, even if you give me half of those, we're talking about a 17-win team right now, which puts you right in the conversation, as you were just talking about, with at the very least, Brooklyn, Philadelphia, Chicago, even Detroit, who's now starting to inch ahead. The Pistons actually a game above 500 at 21-20, but that's with an injury depleted lineup. What if you had actually been healthy? Maybe it's not 7 more wins. Maybe it's 9, 10, 11 more wins. And now we're talking about a team that's right around 500 or maybe a game or 2 above 500. So I think the talent is there. And that's where I do then the mental Olympics of you'll never, and folks, you know this, I'm speaking for Jonesy too, you're never going to convince me or either one of us to intentionally go out there and tank. You're never going to convince me that right now Scotty Barnes and RJ Barrett and Jakob Poeltl and the rest are not intending to hit the floor tonight in Milwaukee, trying to win the game and hoping that they win their next 41 games starting tonight.
Yeah.
They're 100% trying to win. So the tank, I think, is just a stupid concept anyways, because the players are not going out trying to lose. They are trying to win games, as is Darko Rajakovic. He's trying to win games. But what's better for this team? Trying to put together some wins and getting that winning atmosphere, or a high draft pick that adds to your lineup? Well, you're already a very young lineup, so then should you actually be adding more veteran pieces and pieces that can contribute right now? It's probably what Masai Ujiri and Bobby Webster and the rest are going through right now, trying to figure out what is the next best step for this team.
Yeah, no, that's key, Eric. What is the direction that you want to take? And as I said, the schedule eases up for you. Do you want to make a run or not?
The tip-off is going to come up next, Jonesy. It's Toronto Raptors basketball, brought to you by Tangerine Bank on the Sportsnet Radio Network, streaming on the Sportsnet app and at sportsnet.ca.
Soak up the Barbados sun with instant savings only at redtag.ca. Right now, when you book your next escape to Barbados on redtag.ca, you'll get an instant $100 savings. Discover an island unlike the rest at an amazing deal, and make your tropical vacation dreams come true this winter. Why wait? Visit redtag.ca or call 1-866-5REDTAG for your exclusive promo code. Certain conditions apply. Travel made easy.
redtag.ca.
It's your business. You built it yourself. Let Rogers Sports and Media help to make it grow. There's now an easy way to get your business on the air with our radio station or our entire audio network. It's called Rogers Sports and Media Ad Manager. Designed for businesses of all sizes, RSM Ad Manager is self-serve and simple. Get a $250 ad credit to get started, and your audio can be produced at no extra cost. Visit grow.rogersportsandmedia.com for details.
You there, have you tried Subway's new Snackwich bundles?
Whoa, you're a bundle of energy.
But they're just $5.
Hey, chill.
There will be no chill. Get a toasty turkey ranch Snackwich with crispy potato rings. It's a bundle of a deal.
Oh, sounds tasty.
Or a hearty soup with a honey mustard ham Snackwich on ciabatta. It tastes like a bundle of joy.
Yes, I get it.
It's delicious and $5 at Subway.
Okay, bundle me in.
Price and participation may vary. Extras, taxes, and delivery additional. Expires February 16th, 2025.
Are you going to say it?
Yes way.
We all know things tend to break when you need them most, like your furnace breaking down in the middle of a cold snap. That's why Enercare is offering a free furnace checkup for homeowners in the GTA. That's a $99 value. If your furnace has any issues, our Enercare experts can fix it, or we can get you a new one as soon as the next day. Don't get stuck shivering. Keep your home comfortable with Enercare. Terms and conditions apply. Visit enercare.ca.
Enercare, experts at home.
Desjardins Insurance cares a lot about their clients. In fact, it's packed with such a ginormous amount of vast and substantial care that's bursting with even more whoppingly humongous and colossal care. You might be a little surprised when we tell you that all of that care fits in the palm of your hand. With the Desjardins Insurance mobile app, you'll get a big hand with 24/7 paper-free access to all of your home and auto policies, including your digital pink slip. Get insurance that's really big on care at Desjardins.com/care.
Looking to secure your future? Join Uline and thrive in 2025. Join a customer service team that delivers a legendary experience customers love. Interview for customer service roles at Uline's January hiring event in Milton, Ontario. Earn pay starting from $28 an hour, plus multiple bonus programs, plus full health and retirement benefits starting your first day. Sign up for your customer service interview on Saturday, January 25th in Milton at uline.jobs. That's uline.jobs.
This is Toronto Raptors basketball on Sportsnet 590, The Fan.
Welcome back. Eric Smith, Paul Jones with you, getting set for the tip-off of the Bucks and Raptors. It's coming up in mere moments. Starting five, Dame Lillard, Ryan Rollins, Torian Prince, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and Brook Lopez for the Bucks. It's Davion Mitchell, Grady Dick, R.J. Barrett, Scotty Barnes, Jakob Poeltl for the Raptors. The keys to victory are brought to you by your Ontario Honda dealers. Up your game in the new CR-V Touring Hybrid. Jonesy?
Well, first key is that guy Giannis. He's been terrific over the last couple of games, and the Bucks in general have been pretty good. This is, to me, one of the most dangerous teams in the NBA because of their size and their shooting ability, and if they get it together, they're difficult. So you got to control Giannis. If you're Toronto, second of all, don't let those three-point shooters get away. They've got really good three-point shooting when you look at Torian Prince, A.J. Green, Damian Lillard. Bobby Portis really hurt the Raptors last time. They're number 2 in percentage, even though they're 18 in attempts. So they only take good ones and knock them down. And lastly, if you're Toronto, keep the energy going that you've had the last 4 or 5 games.
Raptors win the opening tip. They start with the ball and quickly strike down low, missing the layup high off glass. R.J. Barrett, as he was contested down on the left block. Brook Lopez got a hand in there and probably affected the release coming back the other way. Giannis is fouled by Davion Mitchell, and Antetokounmpo is going to go to the free throw line. 18 seconds. Check that, 19 seconds into the opening quarter.
Giannis is a freight train.
Yep.
And I don't know what Doc Rivers has done, but he stopped proving that he can make a three-point shot. You know, they used to be able to shame him or entice him seduce him into taking the threes. He's not doing that anymore. And Milwaukee, as a matter of fact, is number 2 in the NBA in mid-range scoring and percentage. So that's something that Toronto has to be aware of.
Well, the one thing Doc didn't fix is Giannis's free throw shooting, as he just missed the first one pretty badly. But my goodness, the numbers he is putting up this year, averaging over 31 points, just under 12 rebounds, and over 6 assists per game. He knocks down the second free throw. So that opens the scoring 1-0 Milwaukee as the Raptors come back on their second possession of the game. Down low in the heart of the lane, Scotty Barnes went right, turns left on the fade over Giannis. Missed it. It rolls off the rim.
He had the initial jump hook, but the specter of Giannis looming made him change his mind.
Lillard out to Lopez, wing, far side, deep triple, back rim, no good. High for the rebound. Rollins has it, keeps it alive, goes right at Scotty. Barnes gets the block, but Rollins gets the ball back to keep the possession alive. Shot clock down to 6. Prince has it now. On the near side above the arc, it's Lillard. Shot clock down to 2. Step back over Grady Dick, no good. And the Bucks control on yet another offensive rebound down low. Giannis trying to go up and under the tin, fouled by Pirtle, and back to the free throw line for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Giannis a monster down there again. Raptors need some rebounding too. Kind of secure and finish off these possessions. Both teams in the same neighborhood in rebounding. Milwaukee 16th in the NBA, the Raptors 15th.
Free throw goes down for Giannis. 2-0 Milwaukee. Getting word, I don't know if there's any injury or what the issue is, but apparently Shai Gilgeous-Alexander out of the lineup tonight for the Oklahoma City Thunder in their tilt against the Dallas Mavericks.
Interesting.
Raptors trailing 3-0 as Giannis takes care of business at the stripe. And Pirtle's got it. Cross court, left to right, over to Barrett on the near sideline. Now inside the arc, drops a pass toward the corner, near corner, to Scotty Barnes. Hand off to Davion Mitchell, who bobbles it off his leg, out of bounds. And a turnover for the Raptors will give it right back to Milwaukee.
That would have been the time for Scotty to try to big boy it and go inside against Taurean Prince.
90 seconds gone by, 3-0 Milwaukee. Bucks get the ball to Giannis above the near elbow. It's Barnes in front of him. Trying to go at Scotty, nothing working, goes back out on the perimeter to Lillard, who turns, fires into a 3-ball, drops it down at 6-0 Milwaukee.
Dame really tough. Scotty respecting Giannis did not come out.
On the far side, R.J. Barrett put the ball on the floor and was looking to drive, kind of threw the head back to bait the officials into the extra contact, but no doubt there was a foul there on Taurean Prince. It'll be sideline out of bounds on the far side for the Raptors, still scoreless in this game, trailing Milwaukee 6-0. 10:07 to go in this opening quarter as Davion Mitchell inbounds from that far sideline just to the right of the Bucks bench. To Pirtle to Barrett. Straight away, RJ gets into the painted area below the free throw line, stops on a dime, gives it back to Pirtle. The one-handed push shot, no good. Rebound to the Bucks. So Toronto still scoreless as Milwaukee comes the other way. Giannis gives it up to Prince on the near side. It's Lillard. Lillard got a step on Grady, got to the baseline, jab, step back, jumper, good. Lillard has the Bucks leading 8-0.
Well, Scotty Barnes had a chance to go at somebody in a mismatch, and he didn't.
Grady Dick to a cutting Davion Mitchell. Throws it up off glass. Got it to go. It's going to be an and one, but Davion looks like he might have rolled his ankle a little bit too as he is hopping and hobbling out of the fray here, trying to walk it off as he gets set for the free throw.
Did a really nice job kind of bailing Grady out.
Yeah, bordering on disaster.
Yeah, he stepped on Rollins' foot, Davion. That might be okay for the rest of this game, but it could be an issue going forward.
So Mitchell takes a deep breath as he steps to the stripe. Toronto finally on the board, and Mitchell knocks down the free throw to pull Toronto within 5. It's 8-3. 2.5 minutes gone by now, opening quarter. Thanks for tuning in on a Friday night right here on the Sportsnet Radio Network. Prince has it toward the far sideline. Gives it to Giannis above the elbow, far side. Barnes right under his chin, literally. Giannis puts it on the floor, stops in the paint, turns, fires off 1 foot, allegedly fouled by Barnes.
Really good defense by Scotty.
And they're going to send Giannis to the line.
Really good defense. And the contact came when Giannis was fading away and his right foot went out. That's what hits that's what happened. I didn't think there was any contact up top.
Sure didn't look like it. So back to the line for Giannis. Attempts 5 and 6 already. We're not even 3 minutes into the game. And the first free throw rolls around and goes down. So take that, Eric Smith. As I told you how bad he's been at the stripe this season, he's now 4 of 5 to start the game. 3 rebounds, 4 points, and an assist for Giannis. Well, second free throw coming.
He's only a 58% free throw shooter, so if you regress to the mean, we're going to see some misses coming up.
Well, the second one just went down as well. He's now 5 of 6, and he's given the Bucks a 10-3 lead. Barnes, terrible pass, got into the lane, tried to fire it out to Grady. It was right into the midst of Lillard. To Giannis, behind the back pass to Prince in the near corner. Triple, no good. That would have been on the highlight reel, but Prince didn't do his job by missing the shot. Barrett to Barnes. Above the arc, far side, up top straight away. Now it's Barrett. Inside the arc to Pirtle. Pirtle holding it for a second. Now spinning away from Lopez. Got to the 10 and blew the layup. Great move, but no finish.
Yeah, it was a great move. With all this split action off Pirtle, Lopez was playing a pass and not the dribble.
Raptors just 1 of 5 to start the game. Giannis muscles his way to the tin, but denied at the rim with the help D from Pirtle, and coming back the other way. It's Pirtle out to Grady. Good look at a 3 far side. Too strong. Rebound to Lopez. Raptors still down 7. Starting this game just 1 of 6 from the floor. Lillard in the lane. Bumped. Threw it up at the rim. And he's going to go to the free throw line as the foul will come in against the Raptors. And they're going to get it on Grady. Nope. RJ Barrett.
Here's my contention with the last 3 by Grady.
Okay.
Good shot by the right player he was open.
So far, I'm not seeing anything wrong with this.
No, and it's one of the old Stan Van Gundy line. Ball's in the air halfway, stop it.
Okay.
Is that a good shot, yes or no, regardless if it goes in? Yes, it is.
Okay.
All positive. But being down 9-3, shooting 1 of 6, Davion Mitchell open in the corner, I'm driving it.
Swing it.
Or driving it myself to try and get a layup. Or swinging it to Mitchell, who would have had a clear path for the layup.
Gotcha.
Right?
The 2 free throws good for Lillard, Jonesy, and now it's 12-3 Milwaukee. The Bucks shooting 7 of 8 at the stripe. Driving, baseline, far side. Grady looked like he was wide open for a dunk, and at the last second, the defense slid in, and Grady missed the dunk.
Lopez, that big body.
And on the other end, a 2-hand flush for Giannis. And the Bucks have opened up a 14-3 lead. Timeout, Toronto.
This is where the Bucks are tough. Giannis plays it old-fashioned. He does. He'll go inside, he'll muscle it, and he'll kick out to open shooters. And they use him as a big man, too. I tell you, Eric, there are times when Giannis reminds me of a young, mobile Shaquille O'Neal down there.
14-3, Raptors trailing by 11. 4 minutes, 10 seconds gone by in the ballgame on Toronto Raptors basketball, brought to you by Tangerine Bank on the Sportsnet Radio Network, streaming on the Sportsnet app and at sportsnet.ca.
Hey, Raptor fans, what would you rather have? More money or more vacation? Whichever you pick, it's a win-win. Just like hitting the 50-50 jackpot. When you buy tickets to the MLSE Foundation Lottery, you support kids and youth in communities across Ontario. Last season, over $1 million in jackpot prizes were won. That means more money and more vacation. Talk about a true win-win? Visit 5050raps.com for your tickets today.
Breaking story from Alpine News Network. Jan owns a home and a restaurant fusing French and Mexican cuisine. But she is fusing no more because her ovens have gone kaput. She called Alpine Credits, who sent their speedy superhero. With her business loan approved, her ovens were quickly fixed. The hero even had some of her poutine nachos. Yum! Own your home? Need a loan? Alpine Credits can help.
Alpine Credits, where homeowners get approved. Just for license 12616.
Whether it's towing your big toys or hauling gear for the job site.
Hey, basketball fans, thanks so much for hanging out with us tonight here on Toronto Sports Insider while we listen to the Raptors take on whoever they're taking on tonight. We really appreciate you being here, hanging out with us, chatting it up. cheering on We the North. We need all the help we can get this season. It has not been a good season so far. Please share this link out as well. We're trying to build a community of Raptors fans here. We got it with the Leafs. We've got it with the Blue Jays too, but it doesn't help when the team isn't doing so hot. But hey, we're working on it. Raptors are working on it. We'll see you back in the chat. Go, We the North, go. Thank you for being here and hitting that like button.
The video montage tribute to the late, great Bob Uecker, Mr. Baseball. Passing away at the age of 90. And what a broadcaster he was, what an entertainer he was, Jonesy. I mean, not only just with baseball, but you think of the film and television career that he had as well. One of the all-time great ambassadors for the game and even for the broadcasting business.
Yeah, he was fun to listen to, and as you said, entertaining, always drew a smile from you. What a great sense of humor.
14-3, splitting the two defenders, but then called for a walk. Jakob Poeltl, I don't know about that one.
No,
I thought that was a little slide step.
Kevin Cutler got caught watching the ball because Jakob took it airborne, stopped, and then recoiled and laid it in. That's a bad call. We got to look at the replay.
So the Raptors, 2 points just wiped out. And now, speaking of wiped out, Davion Mitchell gets wiped out in a moving screen, an illegal screen going against Giannis as he buried the shoulder, and we're going back the other way on the Bucks turnover. Mitchell to Barrett. Barrett dipping behind the screen set by Poeltl, gets into the paint, then hands it back to Yak, who goes right at Lopez, who contested the shot and nearly forced Toronto into another miss as that ball rolled around the rim and then went down for Poeltl.
Great playmaking by R.J. Barrett.
Prince in the lane, off glass and in. The floater goes. 16-5, Milwaukee leading by 11. 5 minutes gone by in this quarter. Raptors just 2 of 8 to start the game. Milwaukee 4 of 9. Mitchell to Poeltl. Tried to go out on the sideline to Grady, and Dame Lillard got a hand in the pass lane, deflected that one into the Gucci seat, so the Raptors will inbound from the near side with 12 on the shot clock.
Jonathan Mobo checking in for the first time, giving Scotty Barnes a break. A.J. Green, three-point gunner coming into the game. Got to be aware of him.
Poeltl gave it back to Barrett. RJ at the free throw line, fires back out to Grady, who drives into the paint, kicks back out to Barrett. Deep three goes down near wing for RJ Barrett.
Good job by Grady. Great playmaking, touching the paint, getting the ball inside, and then kicking out.
See, I was trying to think of like a Bob Uecker tribute, but it wouldn't make sense if a three ball went down, and I said just a bit outside. Bucks come up empty on the other end. Here come the Raptors. See if they can make something of this as Grady is tripped up down near the right block. He turned, fired, heard the whistle, and he's going to get 2 free throws.
All right. A little run maybe putting together by the Raptors, being put together. They do a nice job hustling the ball up the court. Lopez not liking the foul call by the officials, but they ain't changing their mind, Brooke. Sorry.
16-8, make it 16-9 as the first free throw goes down for Grady Dick. He's on the board with his first point in the ball game. Scotty Barnes has sat down 0 for 1, no points, getting a bit of a breather here. He was the one that went to the bench when Mobo checked in, as Jonesy told you about a moment ago. Grady hits the second free throw, cuts the Milwaukee lead to 6. It's 16-10. Approaching the midway point of the quarter, Lopez hands off to Prince on the perimeter. Up top straight away to Giannis. Giannis now flicks the ball underhand over to Lillard. Back to Giannis at the free throw line, far corner. Gave up that pass to Prince, missed the three ball. Wide open right in front of the Raptor bench.
Good rotation, good challenge and contest by R.J. Barrett.
Mitchell out to RJ, another good look at a three. That one went halfway down and popped out. Would have been a big one right there. See if the Raptors can dig in again on defense. And Antetokounmpo over to Lopez, far side, hands it off to Lillard. Turns, fires, stepping into that three and knocks it down. He is deadly.
Yeah, that is like practice. I mean, how many times he's done that in the gym? It's like having chairs out there instead of real defenders. You have no defense for that.
19-10, Raptors down 9, and Barrett got into the lane and tried to force a pass into a lot of traffic. Got lucky that it bobbled off fingertips on the Bucks. Giannis and Lopez couldn't squeeze. It'll stay with the Raptors with 12 on the shot clock, and now Chris Middleton is going to check into the game for Milwaukee.
That drive for RJ was supposed to produce a corner three for Mobo, but he didn't slide down to the corner, to the baseline.
Middleton's coming in with Bobby Portis as well.
Portis was terrific in the last game against Toronto.
He was. Mitchell inbounds, far corner to Grady Dick, who gives it up to Yak inside the arc. Pirtle trying to spin away from Portis. Now goes cross court to Mobo, driving, trying to Euro step around Giannis, and Giannis was having none of that. Take that, youngster.
Got to get into his body. If there's any space, he's going to block it.
Lillard now guarded by Mobo, goes over on the wing far side to Portis, hands it off to Green. Green up fake on Grady, gives it back to Portis, contested three as Yak came out onto the perimeter, and the Raptors get a missed shot from the Bucks, get the rebound and come down the floor. Barrett out to Grady, far side. Driving, cut off by A.J. Green. He's at the far elbow. And now he tries to pass to Pirtle, but his pass deflected out of bounds onto the baseline. It'll stay with Toronto. 13 on the shot clock.
Big trip for Toronto here. You don't want to pull closer and then have the lead go back to double figures. Again, with the speed or with the tempo of this game, that's a big lead.
Barrett bumped by Middleton, heard the whistle, threw it up, but I think they're going to call it on the floor, not on the shot. It'll be sideline out of bounds for the Raptors.
And no shots, only the 14 fouls, so you're right, they'll take it out on the side, but I like RJ's aggressiveness. Not that you ever have to worry about RJ not being aggressive.
How about an aggressive drive right here for Jamal Shed, who just checked into the game. He missed the scoop layup, but is kept alive by Jakob Poeltl. Out to Grady Dick. He drives, and the underhand scoop and a lot of traffic got it to go on the finger roll for Grady Dick.
Pretty move by Grady. Really, really pretty move.
Lillard trying to answer back, splits defenders on the near side. Threw up the shot as he was driving toward the baseline. And are they giving him free throws? I think they are.
No, they shouldn't. That's the same call as RJ.
I don't disagree, Jonesy.
He dribbled it and then took his 1-2 before gathering and shooting the ball. Now, I was talking to one of the scouts, advanced scouts from a West Coast team that was in to watch the Raptors-Celtics game. And he said, the NBA has to define when the gather happens. Because those were two plays that were identical. One yields free throws for the better team, and the other one doesn't for the team that has 8 wins.
Free throws good for Damian Lillard. He's off to a fantastic start with 12 points in the ball game, including a perfect 4 of 4 at the stripe. Milwaukee has regained a 9-point lead. R.J. Barrett cut off by Green. Great cut by R.J. and a nice find great cut by Grady and a nice find from R.J.
Weak side cutting, really, really good. Grady doing a nice job moving without the ball.
21-14. Bucks can't answer back on the 3, but cleaned up on the air ball. Chris Middleton picks it up off the miss from Green and calmly lays it in. Bucks again lead by 9.
I like the contest by Grady, though, on A.J. Green, not giving him any airspace.
23-14 with 3:55 to go in the opening quarter. RJ at the free throw line, now getting below it. Had the ball knocked away by Chris Middleton, picked up by Giannis off the Raptor turnover. Giannis runs into Grady Dick, and they're going to call a block on Grady and send Giannis to the free throw line after the bucket and one.
Giannis is getting that call every time. It is the right call, though. Grady got a shoulder, didn't take it in the chest. But if I'm the Raptors, I'm taking note of that and asking for the same call the next time it happens.
I'm also taking note of the fact, and you and I talked about this on our last broadcast, the fact that, hey, he might have been sliding a little bit or he might not have got it in the chest and caught the edge. At least Grady was willing to stand in there against Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Eric, I can't tell you how many times this year I've seen Grady stand in.
Yep.
And sometimes not be rewarded for what should have been a charge. So the young man is fearless when it comes to that.
Free throw no good for Giannis. So the Bucks lead stays at 11, highest of the ball game, 25-14. Barnes back in the ball game, trying to work against Middleton right now. Hands off on the perimeter, far side to Shed. Shed goes cross court over to Olynyk. Good look at a 3. Kelly had it rattle around, pop out, no good. And the Raptors have to get back on D. Toronto has opened the game just 5 of 16, shooting 31%. Giannis over to Middleton. Middleton spinning away from Shed, fires it over the shoulder, back to Giannis. 3-ball up, way off for Giannis. And the Raptors grab the rebound.
Those are ones that he was taking with regularity early in his career.
Shed in the lane, tried to pass far corner to Barnes. His pass deflected by the Bucks. Toronto telegraphing too many passes right now.
Well, they're long, straight line passes, and they are easily deflected or even intercepted by the Bucks.
25-14, Milwaukee leading Toronto with 3:07 to go in the opening quarter as we've got a timeout on the floor. We'll continue in a moment with first quarter action on Toronto Raptors basketball, brought to you by Tangerine Bank on the Sportsnet Radio Network, streaming on the Sportsnet app and at sportsnet.ca.
Hey, Raptor fans, what would you rather have? More money or more vacation? Whichever you pick, it's a win-win. Just like hitting the 50-50 jackpot. When you buy tickets to the MLSE Foundation Lottery, you support kids and youth in communities across Ontario. Last season, over $1 million in jackpot prizes were won. That means more money and more vacation. Talk about a true win-win? Visit 5050raps.com for your tickets today.
The Subaru winter has arrived. The crisp air and negative temperatures mean one thing: camping. Emerge from your icy tent and bask in 4 to 6 hours of sunlight. Enjoy the unmistakable smell of campfire through the glacial wind pummeling your face. Relax by the water, taking in the soothing sounds of thick ice cracking and popping. Get out there in winter like it's summer with standard symmetrical full-time all-wheel drive and advanced safety systems. Visit your local Subaru dealer today.
You there, have you tried Subway's new Snackwich bundles?
Whoa, you're a bundle of energy.
But they're just $5.
Okay, chill.
There will be no chill. Get a toasty turkey ranch Snackwich with crispy potato rings. It's a bundle of a deal.
Oh, sounds tasty.
Or a hearty soup with a honey mustard ham Snackwich on ciabatta. It tastes like a bundle of joy.
Yes, I get it.
It's delicious and $5 at Subway.
Okay, bundle me in.
Price and participation may vary. Extras, taxes, and delivery additional. Expires February 16th, 2025.
Are you going to say it?
Yes way.
This is Toronto Raptors basketball on Sportsnet 590, The Fan.
Welcome back. Eric Smith, Paul Jones with you. First quarter, 3:07 to go. Raptors trailing the Bucks 25-14. Jonesy, the score says one thing. It's an 11-point lead for the Bucks. I'm not sure that Milwaukee has played that much better than Toronto. Certainly their shooting isn't drastically better. The Bucks are only at 41%. But the free throws already a massive difference in the game. They have essentially quadrupled the attempts at the line and almost tripled the makes. And we're only 9 minutes into the game.
Well, Toronto has the largest free throw differential in the NBA. Like you've heard me on this soapbox before. They commit more fouls than anybody else. And opponents' free throws attempted per game is more than anybody else. So it's something the Toronto Raptors are going to have to just overcome. They're wearing that right now, and the league seems to be making it a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Barnes with a rough-looking three, to be honest, folks. Out of the timeout, missed badly.
But he did a great job on the defensive end.
Yep.
They had Giannis posted up on Bruce Brown, and Scotty gets up, high hands, doesn't let the entry pass in. Now you can switch back to conventional coverage.
Barnes in 6 minutes of action in this opening quarter. No rebounds, no assists, no points. Tough start for Scotty and the Raptors as Toronto trails by 11, make it 13, and it could be more in a moment as Chris Middleton posted up on Jamal Shed, turned, fired, and got fouled on a rear contest from Bruce Brown, and he's going to go to the free throw line for the and one opportunity with the Bucks leading 27-14. It could be a 14-point lead as the Bucks look to double up the Raptors right here.
Again, that's one where you have to pressure the ball, knowing that you have a smaller player trying to guard a bigger player closer to the basket.
28-14, Milwaukee leading with 2:35 to go left in this opening frame. Jamal Shed in the near corner to Chris Boucher. Up top to Olynyk, over on the far side to Scotty Barnes. Barnes inside the arc now. To a cutting Bruce Brown along the baseline. Lays it up and in. Nice vision there from Scotty.
Yeah, he had A.J. Green, and Giannis was kind of trying to sit in his lap to help on the double. Good cut by Bruce Brown.
Raptors down 28-16. Green to Portis. Nice job there by Olynyk to come over the back, knock the pass away, and make the Bucks do it again. They will inbound from the baseline with 12 on the shot clock. Raptors 6 of 18 in the ballgame for 33%. The Bucks are 8 of 18, 44%. 2:10 to play in the frame as Middleton will inbound. He gets it into Green on the near sideline, elevates for the triple, and despite the contest from Shed, Green rips the cords on the three.
Yeah. Kid's not afraid to shoot it. That's what he's there for. Hired gun.
31-16, largest lead of the game for the Bucks. They are up by 15. Olynyk to a cutting Shed. Great job down Main Street. Lays it up and in. Wow.
Well, nice job cutting away from the ball and a great pass in traffic by Kelly.
31-18. See if the Raptors can get a stop, maybe two. Get this down to single digits before we get to the second quarter. Stopping on a dime, bunny hop jumper, no good for Gary Trent Jr., and the Raptors grab the rebound. Boucher will bring it up across center, hands to Bruce Brown. Brown cross court, right to left over to Barnes. Barnes hands off to Olynyk. Now drops the pass back to Barnes. He's going to back his way down toward the block on Portis. Turns, fires. Money time for Scotty Barnes.
Nice job. That's the big boy move. That's the mid-range post up.
31-20. Back-to-back buckets for the Raptors. Let's see if they can get another stop right here. Trent to Giannis on the baseline near side, and he spins away from Chris Boucher, who takes the foul. And that will send Antetokounmpo back to the free throw line for attempts 8 and 9 in this quarter.
That's crazy.
Well, he's only on pace for 36 free throws, Jonesy. 31-20. We'll see what Giannis can do right here with 1:05 to go in the quarter. He averages 10.4 free throws per game, which leads the NBA. He's going to be just shy of hitting that mark in the first quarter.
That is... don't let me say what I want to say. I'm glad we're on radio and nobody could see the bubble over my head.
Knocks down the first free throw. And the second one clean as well. Man, he is doing a fantastic job at the stripe tonight. 7 of 9. He's got 11 points in the ballgame. Bucks lead by 13. We tick under a minute to go here in the opening quarter. Shed directing traffic for the Raptors. Comes around an Olynyk screen. Drops it back to Kelly at the free throw line. Couple of steps in. Scoops it up high off glass. And the bucket is good.
And both teams have 9 field goals on 20. And the Raptors 21 shots.
So what's the difference? Free throws.
12-3 makes for Milwaukee free throws.
To the Raptors 3. And there's the 9 points right now as the Raptors trail by 11. Make it 13 as the bucket was good for Portis. 35-22. Olynyk hands off to Shed. Shed a little shimmy shake. Now in a switch, he's picked up by Portis. Goes up top to Scotty. Steps into a three straight away. Missed it. Green with the rebound. And the Bucks will likely hold for the last shot with only about a 2-second differential. They will have to give it up.
Possession's very valuable. Scotty was open for the three, but the way it's going tonight, I think you got to old school it.
Giannis down Main Street. Jackknife pass over on the far sideline to Gary Trent. He had to save it as he was falling into the Raptor bench. And now Portis travels, but no call. That is not a step through. He just took a walk and a stroll through the parks of Milwaukee.
Well, he moved his pivot foot. Good. He moved the pivot foot. A step through, okay, but that right foot.
I said it's not a step through.
Yeah,
it's
terrible. Like you said, that step through is one thing, but that right foot. And then here they are calling Jakob on a shot fake, suddenly with a travel.
37-22. Milwaukee restores their 15-point lead, largest of the game, as we get set for quarter number 2 on Toronto Raptors basketball, brought to you by Tangerine Bank on the Sportsnet Radio Network, streaming on the Sportsnet app and at sportsnet.ca.
With the confidence and freedom of all-wheel drive, a turbocharged engine, and tons of cargo space, the 2025 Honda CR-V was made for winter adventures. But with heated front seats, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and a cozy interior, you may want to stay in its comforts a little bit longer. Lease the CR-V LX all-wheel drive for $105 weekly at 3.49% APR for 60 months with $3,500 down. OAC conditions apply. Includes $1,500 lease bonus. See HondaOntario.com.
Metallica in the round. The M72 World Tour continues live on the Diamond, Rogers Center, Metallica. 2 nights, 2 different sets. A no-repeat weekend. April 24th, those Cowboys from Hell, Pantera, and Suicidal Tendencies. Saturday, April 26th, Rollin' with Limp Bizkit and Ice 9 Kills. Single-day tickets on sale now at livenation.com. The M72 World Tour continues, presented by In Kind.
Orthotics.
Footwear.
Orthotics.
Footwear.
Guys, enough. Kintec are experts in orthotics and footwear. It's what sets them apart. By tailoring orthotics to your shoes and shoes to your orthotics, you get comfort and support designed just for you.
Oh, so it's orthotics and footwear working together.
Like peanut butter and jelly.
You got it.
Or pickles and syrup.
Is that a thing?
PB&J.
Pickles and syrup.
Oh, boy.
Kintec footwear and orthotics.
This is Toronto Raptors basketball on Sportsnet 590, The Fan.
Welcome back. Eric Smith, Paul Jones with you. 37-22, Milwaukee leading Toronto by 15 at the end of one. We get set to start the second quarter. And Jonesy, Milwaukee's percentage now up to 50%. They've only made 2 more field goals than the Raptors, though. But as you noted, the free throws, the biggest difference of that opening frame.
Well,
Toronto didn't even really turn the ball over. 3 turnovers, not a big deal. They gave up 3 points.
It's all free throw discrepancy right now for Toronto. It's the biggest difference in the game.
Milwaukee starts with the ball. They bring it across center as Lillard gave it up to Lopez. Ball knocked away by Olynyk. Lopez goes out towards center to track it down. Now hands to Middleton, who turns the corner into the paint, then lobs it up on an alley-oop flush for Brook Lopez. 39-22, Raptors down 17. Time to make a muscle right here before this thing gets out of hand. Brown to Barnes, near sideline, up top to a wide-open Kelly Olynyk. A little show and go as Olynyk gives it back to Barnes now. Just below the far elbow, pulls up for the jumper, no good. Scotty, 1 of 5 in the ballgame.
That's a good shot for him. Mid-range pull-up, wide open.
39-22. The heave from Lopez, no good on a deep triple. Raptors grab the rebound, and they'll come back the other way, trailing by 17. Barnes, cut off by Portis, gives it up to Brown on the near side. Back to Scotty in the heart of the lane, and a great fake on Lopez, and then he blows the layup. Lopez might have got a piece of that, but either way, Barnes now 1 of 6. Raptors have dipped down to 37%. Step back, near side jumper, no good from Portis from about 18 feet. Back the other way we go. Getting behind the defense was Chris Boucher, who catches the lob pass and lays it in. Nice find from Scotty Barnes.
Really nice job. I was just thinking the Raptors need to kind of pick up the pace, see if they can get back to their own identity when it comes to fast break points and picking up the pace right now. Milwaukee dictating far too much.
Well, you mentioned the fast break, Jonesy. That was their first fast break bucket of the game. And on the other end, Dame Lillard throws up a triple that rolls around off the rim twice, goes down, and they're getting a foul on the Raptors as well on Davion Mitchell, and it could be a 4-point play for Dame Lillard. 42-24, Milwaukee leading less than 2 minutes into the second quarter. Lillard's got 15 in the game, make it 16 as he buries the free throw. Milwaukee in the midst of a 10-2 run.
They're just dictating the pace right now. They've got Toronto at a crawl.
Another nice find from Barnes at the free throw line, down on the back door to Bruce Brown, who lays it in. But the Raptors now have to start digging in a little bit more on defense.
We got to look at Scotty's face on the monitor saying, stop, we need to stop.
And they don't get the stop right there as a triple goes down for Gary Trent Jr. and Milwaukee opens up a 20-point lead. And Toronto promptly turns the ball over on the other end. Davion Mitchell gave it up. Bucks get it ahead to Lillard along the baseline. Missed the scoop layup. The tip in, no good for Portis. Nice contest by Barnes, and Barnes fires ahead to Brown in the near corner. 3-ball good for Bruce Brown. Nice sequence there for Toronto.
Yeah, the pace has picked up a little bit, and I think Toronto's got to do that. Try to get this game up and down. Try to force some turnovers.
Lillard thought about the three, gives it up to Lopez at the free throw line, lobs it down low on the block to Portis, and a midair collision is going to be called against Olynyk. They're going to call Kelly with the foul.
That all started with the solid play in the high post in the short roll, and they lob it up.
So Bobby Portis Jr. going to the free throw line. Portis, 4 points, 3 boards in 8 minutes off the bench. His first appearance at the stripe. Knocks down the first free throw, the 16th free throw for the Bucks. The Raptors have had 3. We're not even 3 minutes into the second quarter.
Raptors allow, at last in the league, 26 free throws a game. Milwaukee's probably going to have 18 or 20 in this first half.
18 or 20? We might have 25 or 30.
Yeah.
This is going to be attempt number 17 right here.
No.
Portis hits both. Bucks now 15 of 17 as a team, leading by 19. It's 48-29. Shed wears that red 23 on the back of his white Raptor jersey into the paint. Hands it off to Pirtle. Pirtle cut off by Lopez. Goes back on the perimeter to Brown. Brown now driving far side just below the far elbow. The running floater no good. Portis couldn't squeeze though. And it's picked up by Brown. He misses but guided back into the tin by Boucher. And the Raptors come away with the deuce.
Yeah, Raptors got away with one there. Bruce Brown a little subway, little lower back push. But hey, if you're Toronto, go with it.
48-31, Prince in the near corner. Boucher came flying out after it. Prince had an open look, but instead he goes far corner to Portis, who's now inside the arc. At the elbow, spinning, firing, free throw line jumper, good. He made that harder on himself than it needed to be.
Degree of difficulty.
50-31. Again, the Bucks up by 19. Shed out to Barnes. Barnes sees a seam, drives into the paint, hands it off to a wide-open Pirtle who lays it in. Scotty's starting to come alive here, Jonesy.
Well, he's making plays, and that's what the Raptors need. But I would still like to see the pace pick up, see if they can do something with their defense.
Down by 17, it's 50-33. Prince to Lopez on the left block. Had his feet in the lane a long time there. No call. Raptors pick up the miss by Milwaukee as Brown saves it on the baseline, gets it ahead to Boucher, who hands it to Shed. Shed now waiting for Brown. Shed drives into the paint, cross court, far sideline. Scotty Barnes, good look at a three, missed it. Lopez with the rebound. It's taken away by Shed, out to Scotty now in the wing, 3-ball. That one no good. And Boucher is thrown out the doors on the baseline, and Milwaukee comes away with the ball and numbers. Trent to Lopez, back to Trent straight away, dips behind. The Lopez screen now turns, fires into the jumper, missed the 3-ball. Barnes flies in for the rebound, and he'll bring it up himself. Toronto down 50-33. Brown into the painted area, bumped like a pinball between two defenders, and he falls to the baseline, and he's going to get up and walk to the free throw line.
Great job by Bruce Brown. Good attack, and there's that move that I talked about. It's become so popular in the NBA. When you're shooting with the right hand, instead of taking off on the left foot and going for a conventional layup footwork, you do it the opposite. You use the left-hand footwork. You step with the left, jump off the right, and with that step on the left and pushing away from the basket, if there's any kind of contact, it's going to be, well, it's going to look like it's been accentuated, and you're going to get the foul call. I think that's one that the referees really need to be aware of. That time, Bruce Brown using it to his advantage.
Brown goes to the line, misses the first free throw. Hopefully he can come away with at least one here as the second free throw rattles around, goes in. So 1 of 2 at the stripe. Raptors trailing by 16. It's 50-34. 7:20 to go now in this first half. And we've got a foul.
You're going to call it on Shed.
Wow.
He's just trying to get over the screen, and Taurean Prince threw his left forearm into him, and they got Shed on the foul.
Okay. So the Bucks will inbound from the side. 7:19 to go here in the first half. Lillard on a switch is picked up by Pirtle on the perimeter. Look out. Lillard stops on a dime, step back, thought about a 3, goes into the near corner to Rollins. He missed the triple. Prince comes over the back of Shed, no call. Bucks have a second chance opportunity, and Lillard buries a 3.
Well, second chance opportunities again, Eric. You got to rebound. You hold them to a miss. That possession has to end with a squeeze on the defensive end.
53-34, Raptors down 19, 7:02 to go in the second quarter on Toronto Raptors basketball, brought to you by Tangerine Bank on the Sportsnet Radio Network, streaming on the Sportsnet app and at sportsnet.ca.
At Tangerine, we're fans of fans who are invested in the game. Like Mary, who stands 5 inches away from her 55-inch flat-screen TV and yells at it even though she knows no one on the TV can hear a word she's saying. Is it effective? There's no evidence. Do we support her? Yeah. Screaming at the TV for all 4 quarters. That's how Mary fans. And we're fans of Mary. This is how we fan. Tangerine.
What's up, Raptors fans? Thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. Now's the time of the show. Please let us know in the chat where you're watching from. We are trying to gather We the North fans from all over the globe, and we have so much fun in this part of the show finding out where everyone is watching from. Thank you for letting us know your city and province, city and state if you're in the USA, or internationally. Let us know what city and country you're living in and you're watching this stream from and listening to the Raptors game here on TSI. Now let's get back to the basketball. We the North! We the North! We the North! Let's go, Raptors!
Trade in then? Try combining your payments with maintenance and fuel expenses against the possibility of a brand new Nissan lowering that bottom line. During Nissan's Winter Ready event, High Park, Willowdale, and Newmarket Nissan strive to continue to do just that.
This is Toronto Raptors basketball on Sportsnet 590, The Fan.
Welcome back, Eric Smith, Paul Jones with you. 7:02 to go in the second quarter. Raptors trailing 53-34. And Jonesy, I know you did this on the last broadcast. I wanted to mention it as well. A shout out to our good friend, both of us, Rinku, the brains behind Superfan Navbatia, and the guru of push marketing, Rinku's mother, Kamlesh, in a battle right now and dealing with some health issues, but certainly putting up a good fight, and we certainly send our best to her in hospital. I know she's a big Raptor fan as well, so all the best to Kamlesh and to Rinku and the entire family.
Positive energy. I know that she's going to come through it, and we're sending nothing but good vibes, and glad that she's listening, glad that she's still taking in the Raptor games. As you said, Eric, huge fan. And I know she's coming through this, and we're going to catch up with her really soon.
Absolutely. And I need her to make sure that she gives the gears to her son for his fandom of the Miami Dolphins. Ugh. We'll let that one slide, Rinku. Near corner, triple up for Bruce Brown, and in a big 3-ball out of the timeout for the Toronto Raptors. 53-37, Milwaukee by 16. Their lead got as high as 20. Barrett digging in on Portis down on the block near side. Portis just walked. Yep. They should have called the other one a few possessions ago, but at least they got that one. And Portis tapping his head with both fists. He knew he made a mistake right there. See what the Raptors can do off the Milwaukee turnover. Shed brings it up across center for the Raptors. Over to Barrett. Now cross court, right to left to Pirtle, and now RJ comes back to get the ball from Yak. Drives to the tin, misses on the scoop from the contest from Lopez.
He did a good job getting inside. I think he did a nice job with the quick shot on Lopez.
And now Portis fouled in the lane. Tried to use his size against Bruce Brown. The help defense came. And Pirtle is going to be the one called with the foul and sending Portis to the free throw line. 6:07 to go in the second quarter. Milwaukee leading 53-37, as this will be attempts 18 and 19 from the stripe for the Bucks, and we still have half of the second quarter to go. Portis, first free throw good. Averaging 13.5 points and 8 rebounds off the bench for Milwaukee. Well on his way to those numbers tonight with 9 points, 4 boards in 11 minutes of action. Bruce Brown's now going to check out of the ball game for Toronto. We'll give you the lineups in a moment.
Problem, Eric, with this 17-point lead is with the pace. It's not your 20-25 NBA pace where you're going up and down and there's a lot of possessions. There's only been 70 shots between the two teams.
And yet somehow Milwaukee still has 55 points with half a quarter to go until half. Pirtle with the bucket on the other end for the Raptors. A little 9-footer goes. In fact, actually, it wasn't from 9 feet because he missed the 9-footer. It was the tip-in that he got on his own miss, more like a 3-footer. And we got a timeout on the floor by the Bucks with Milwaukee leading by 16. 55-39, 5:54 to go until half. It's Toronto Raptors basketball brought to you by Tangerine Bank on the Sportsnet Radio Network, streaming on the Sportsnet app and at sportsnet.ca.
Hey, Raptor fans. What would you rather have? More money or more vacation? Whichever you pick, it's a win-win. Just like hitting the 50-50 jackpot. When you buy tickets to the MLSE Foundation Lottery, you support kids and youth in communities across Ontario. Last season, over $1 million in jackpot prizes were won. That means more money and more vacation. Talk about a true win-win? Visit 5050raps.com for your tickets today.
Alpine News Network is here live with one of our superheroes.
I don't want to say I'm a big deal, but I am a superhero. I love helping people consolidate their debts, and that's what I did for the Smiths. I took their bills and zoom, wha-bam, zap, turn them into one low monthly payment. No, the sound's not necessary, but it's part of the fun.
Own your home? Need a loan? Alpine Credits can help.
Alpine Credits, where homeowners get approved. Just for license 12616.
With the confidence and freedom of all-wheel drive, a turbocharged engine, and tons of cargo space, the 2025 Honda CR-V was made for winter adventures. But with heated front seats, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and a cozy interior, you may want to stay in its comforts a little bit longer. Lease the CR-V LX all-wheel drive for $105 weekly at 3.49% APR for 60 months with $3,500 down. OAC conditions apply. Includes $1,500 lease bonus. See HondaOntario.com.
This is Toronto Raptors basketball on Sportsnet 590, The Fan.
Welcome back, Eric Smith, Paul Jones with you. 55-39. Raptors trailing the Bucks. 5:44 to go until halftime. Toronto getting 11 off the bench from Bruce Brown. He's getting a breather right now. Top scorer in the ballgame is Dame Lillard with 19. He is 4 of 5 from distance and a perfect 5 of 5 at the free throw line. Giannis has 11, and the Bucks have done a pretty solid job here, Jonesy, of controlling this second quarter, let alone arguably controlling the game.
Yeah, they have. They have, Eric. The tempo with which they've played. And again, it's kind of that old-fashioned style where they're scoring on the inside. The right guys are taking their threes. And they're not exactly burning it up at 16 of 34, but they're getting to the free throw line enough that they're holding Toronto at bay.
Getting set to resume play. Milwaukee with the ball. Lopez on the perimeter, guarded by Mobo. Lopez now getting away from Mobo, fires a pass over to Lillard. Lillard just above the far elbow, back to a cutting Lopez, denied at the rim, and they're actually going to call a foul on Toronto. And R.J. Barrett literally hopping, skipping mad in place as he is the one whistled for the foul. So Lopez now gets in on the action as he will head to the stripe for the first time tonight, but it will be attempts 20 and 21 for the Milwaukee Bucks. Lopez takes a deep breath, dips, and fires, knocking down the first free throw as Milwaukee opens up a 17-point lead.
You know, if I'm Darko, I'm saying to the officials, have we really fouled more than twice that they have? Like they don't foul?
Second free throw good. Bucks and Raptors have the exact same amount of field goals made.
And interesting that the Raptors are the ones that are leading the points in the paint.
Difference right now is 19-4 in terms of free throw makes. And how about on the other end, Grady Dick is going to get a chance for one free throw as Dame Lillard gets called for a reach. And as Grady was elevating and turning, he heard the whistle, threw it up at the rim, and he got a wild banker to go. So it's an and one opportunity for Grady Dick. Raptors can use any break they can get right now. They'll certainly take that one, trailing 57-41 as Grady heads to the stripe and promptly knocks down the free throw to cut the Milwaukee lead to 15. It's about this end of the floor right now for the Raptors, though, trying to dig in and chop into that 15-point deficit.
Well, play good defense, but you can't foul. That's the thing that's killing them.
Barnes trying to hold off Giannis, and they're going to call an offensive foul on Milwaukee as Giannis is trying to drive on Scotty Barnes.
Well, he did the underhook. Giannis drove ball on the floor with the right hand and his left arm up and under, hooking Scotty's arm.
Move at the elbow. Flicks it back on the perimeter to Barnes. Scotty trying to direct traffic. Now going to keep it himself as he's trying to back down on Green. Now he turns, fires, bucket no good for Scotty. Rough night for Barnes in terms of the shooting. 1 of 9 in this first half.
He's gone to the turnaround. I'd like to see him go to the middle. If he's got a jump hook or something that can score in the middle of the lane, go to it.
Giannis turned the ball over. Raptors pick it up. They break out. And Grady Dick with actually a decent pass to RJ Barrett, who took his eyes off the ball and dribbled it off his own leg out of bounds, and Toronto promptly gives it right back to Milwaukee.
Those are, at this point, down 15. Those are points you've got to have.
It would have been a surefire layup for Barrett, would have cut it to 13. Now the Raptors dig in and try to avoid going down 17 or 18. Lillard gave it up on the pass to Giannis, and they're going to call Mobo coming over the back of Giannis and send Antetokounmpo to the free throw line.
And again, that was clean. There was a lot of ball on that one. But again, the self-fulfilling prophecy. Oh, the Raptors foul more than anybody else. But that was a foul, and it will go in the books as a foul. But I'm going to go back, as I said, and I've said on numerous occasions, to what precipitated it. And it was in my eyes, and a questionable judgment. Ball don't lie. Giannis misses the first free throw.
57-42 with 4:20 to go here in the first half. Second free throw coming, and the ball truly don't lie as he misses the second, but sneaking in for the rebound was Lopez, who taps it out to the perimeter, and Milwaukee walks away with a triple from Green. Lillard caught the tap out from Lopez and immediately whipped it over to A.J. Green, who buried the three ball to put Milwaukee up by 18. The Raptors answer on the other end, though, with a three ball of their own from R.J. Barrett. The lead again is 15, 60-45. Giannis, near side, backing down on the block against Scotty. And they call a carry on Giannis. Jonesy, you and I are buying a lottery ticket tonight.
Let's go to the till right now. He put that ball in his hand at 6 o'clock and held it there for what seemed like an hour.
60-45. Can the Raptors get a bucket here and shave a little bit more? Shed over to Grady on the near side. To Scotty on the block. Turns to face Lopez. Now trying to go at Brook. Gets into the lane. Backdoor to Mobo. And Mobo tried to save it by throwing it off Middleton, but it stayed in bounds. Giannis freight training his way to the tin with a left-hand scoop plus the foul from Scotty, and a three-point opportunity coming for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Down the other end.
I did not like that pass from Scotty.
What happened was Scotty was going to use the same move he used against Porzingis, going from one side of the key to the other with his left hand on a long step, not a high step for the layup, left-hand layup, right foot takeoff, but the step goes out away from the defender. Problem was Mobo was standing there, and Mobo's man, he moved his man right into the path of where Scotty wanted to go, and now all bets are off. The plan is totally discombobulated, and he tried to squeeze that pass into an area that he had no chance.
62-45, Giannis on the free throw. That one goes down. And just like that, the Raptors had the ball with a chance to cut it to 13. And on one quick trip, they're suddenly down 18 again. Barrett, pull-up jumper. The triple rips the cords. RJ dialed in from distance tonight. His third three ball of the game. 63-48. Raptors get it back to 15. Can they get a stop? Middleton trying to shake free from Barrett. Now in a switch, he's picked up by Mobo. Barrett down low trying to guard Lopez. Now we'll see if the Bucks work it around to Lopez. Instead, they go back up top to Middleton. In the corner, near corner to Trent. Misses the three ball. Rebound to the Raptors. No, they don't squeeze. Barnes lost it. Picked up by Giannis, and he scoops it in.
Gotta have two Raptors there. Two hands. Don't try to dribble it out of the fray. Like you tell kids in biddy ball, pick it up always start your dribble with two hands, putting it down with one.
65-48. Dangerous pass from Barrett looking for Barnes with 3 bucks right there. Milwaukee gets the steal, and Giannis blows the layup on the other end. Raptors catch a break there. Can they take advantage? Barrett to Barnes, far sideline, 3-ball. Scotty, no good. 1 for 10 tonight.
Missed all 4 3-balls.
65-48 as we tick towards the final 2 minutes of the first half. Middleton trying to go at Davion Mitchell. Got him at the near elbow. Now he stops his dribble, goes back on the perimeter to Trent, who gives it right back to Middleton. Middleton to Giannis. Giannis on the block. Turns, fires over Mobo. Jumper no good. Giannis tonight, 4 of 8. Raptors get a stop. Can they get a bucket?
Good D by Mobo there. Really fought Giannis for position on the block.
Barnes holding the ball. Barrett getting into the paint. Barnes thought about the 3, instead gives it up to Grady, who faked out Green. Back to Scotty, cutting through defenders. Got to the tin, missed the layup. He thought he got hit in the face, didn't get the call. Scotty now 1 of 11. Giannis driving on Mobo to the tin with a left-hand flush. A monster cram for Giannis puts Milwaukee up 67-48.
I also thought on that last layup by Scotty, there was a lot of guys with hands on the backboard.
19-point advantage for the Bucks. Barrett into the paint, bumped by Green, fouled on the shot, and to the free throw line will go R.J. Barrett, as Barrett was trying to go right at Green on that move.
I like the aggressiveness by R.J.
First appearance at the stripe for Barrett. It will be attempts 7 and 8 for the Raptors. Milwaukee with 24 free throw attempts in the first half. Barrett's first one goes down. Toronto trailing 67-49. Rough night at the office so far for Toronto, and they're going to have to be playing the comeback game in the second half. Mobo's going to check out of the ball game now. It's a 1-game road trip for the Raptors, as Toronto will now enjoy a couple of days off before getting set for their next tilt at home on Tuesday when they host the Orlando Magic.
Well, we may get to see Paolo Banchero for the first time this year.
He was hurt tonight in the game earlier. I know he took a shot to the face and he left to get his eye checked. I did not see if he returned. So hopefully we do get a chance to see Paolo. One of the great young talents in the game. Raptors got the free throw on one end, but after Barrett's free throws, Milwaukee gets a bucket on a 15-footer from Gary Trent. Can Toronto respond? Yes, indeed. A triple goes down for Davion Mitchell, and the Raptors have it down to 16 with 39 seconds to go.
Pretty good 3. Ball in the paint to Scotty. Kick out, an uncontested 3 from Mitchell.
Now Middleton trying to answer back with a 3 for Milwaukee. He can't. And it goes out of bounds onto the baseline. Toronto ball. Getting word from our producer, Jared Manitad, that Banchero did indeed return to the game for the Magic. So that's certainly good news for Orlando fans, and hopefully we do see him in Toronto on Tuesday. 69-53. Raptors down 16. 24 seconds to go in the quarter. Raptors will have to give it up before the end of the quarter. Barrett on the far side was bumped as he came around a screen. Doc Rivers wanted the travel calls. He thought that Barrett held the ball on his hip, but they're going to say, the officials, that the foul came in first.
Well, RJ got his hand on Green, but the ball went way up. It just wasn't a good look, whatever it was. And if you're the Raptors and you end up with free throws, you say, thank you.
Take it and run. As Barrett knocks down the first free throw with 16.2 seconds to play in this first half. Barrett with a team-high 12 points. Barrett perfect 3 of 3 at the stripe. Dame Lillard going to come back into the ball game. Of course, the three-point threat with just 16 seconds to go here in this first half. All McMahon coming up with the halftime show as Toronto cuts it down to 14. See if they can dig in and get one last stop. Lillard across center. Barnes is in front of him. Clock down to 7 seconds. Lillard still with the ball. 4 seconds. Turns, tried to bait the official, and he actually got them to buy it. You got to be kidding me.
What happened to unusual launch angles? And
Barnes was sideways facing his bench, Jonesy.
He was. and Lillard jumped to his left into him. Like that is the definition of the stuff that they talk about in the summer when we meet with the officials.
In fact, Scotty took a shot to the chin because of the Lillard elbow, and now Darko, rightfully so, is going to challenge this call.
Wow.
With 2.9 seconds to play, this could be a big, big play for the Raptors, Jonesy, to go into the half down 14 as opposed to potentially going down 17 if they were to lose the challenge and Lillard goes to the free throw line. I can't see how this doesn't get overturned. Scotty was backpedaling and sideways and took a shot to the face.
I got to tell you, it just seems like the NBA, when you get pinned with a label, Raptors foul more than anybody else, so everything's a foul. Now, was there contact on Scotty? Yeah, but... And I'll tell you what, Eric, that's what they will use to justify the foul.
They're going to say that Scotty's hand touched the forearm first.
Yep, and that's what they will use to justify the foul. And my contention is officials come to the scorer's table not to review the play.
Defensive foul on Scotty Barnes. Defensive foul on Scotty Barnes. Toronto loses their ability to challenge. Unsuccessful challenge.
No, there you go.
They look for a reason to justify their call rather than to review the play.
So Lillard will go to the free throw line. The only good news, I suppose, is that he was inside the arc. It's going to be 2 free throws, not 3. But he has a chance to tack on a couple more with Milwaukee leading by 14. Toronto fell down by 20. This 14-point deficit, while still big, is the closest the Raptors been in a while. Davion Mitchell and Scotty Barnes in a lengthy conversation with C.J. Washington over the sideline, and Washington, to the point that we were just making, was trying to explain, even though Barnes and Mitchell don't buy it, he kind of was signaling with his hands that the hand came in first on the forearm, and then the official showing that, yes, the elbow did come up after the contact came.
Then why is it
Scotty
a shoot?
Barnes.
I guess they're over the limit.
Yeah, they're over the limit.
But that's not what they called. I think they called a shooting foul and got bailed out because they went to the forearm as the foul. Oh, yeah, they're over the limit, so he gets to shoot anyway.
And now Kevin Cutler trying to explain it to Darko Rajakovic as well. Rajakovic, 11 of 26 on challenges this year. Raptors have fallen down by 15 as Lillard hits the first free throw. Second one good as well. It's a 16-point deficit. And wait a second, are they giving him 3 now? Why are they giving him 3? He was clearly inside the arc. Am I missing something? He's getting 3 free throw attempts. Knocks that one down, and the Raptors down 72-55. Toronto advancing the ball. They've got to look. It's good if it goes. Grady turns, fires, misses, and it's caught midair by Kelly Olynyk, who lays it in off the air ball heave. What a play by Olynyk to send the Raptors into the half, trailing by 17, now 15, as the bucket is good, 72-57.
Good heads-up play by Kelly. And Milwaukee just falling asleep. I love the high advance, long advance by Scotty. Raptors can cut down on the free throws from Milwaukee. They're going to be in this game.
Well, they've made the exact same number of field goals in this game.
1 less 3.
1 less 3 and 14 fewer free throws.
And the difference is 15.
It's 72-57. Amit Men comes up next with the halftime show. Then Jonesy and I return for second half action on Toronto Raptors basketball. Brought to you by Tangerine Bank on the Sportsnet Radio Network, streaming on the Sportsnet app and at sportsnet.ca.
Hey, Raptor fans. What would you rather have? More money or more vacation? Whichever you pick, it's a win-win. Just like hitting the 50-50 jackpot. When you buy tickets to the MLSE Foundation Lottery, you support kids and youth in communities across Ontario. Last season, over $1 million in jackpot prizes were won. That means more money and more vacation. Talk about a true win-win? Visit 5050wraps.com for your tickets today.
Ah, at last, the Subaru winter is here. It's the perfect weather for the beach. Feel the sun's rays on the small amount of skin peeking out of your ski mask. Put on your beach puffer and hear the sound of the waves crashing over the chatter of your teeth. Get out there in winter like it's summer with standard symmetrical full-time all-wheel drive and advanced safety systems. Visit your local Subaru dealer today.
This year, warm up to winter in Ontario. To romantic trips, cozy cabins, warm up to some cool adventure, skiing, ice climbing, skate trails, snowshoeing. Chill out by a fire, sipping ice wine, going to a food festival, or a resort. Winter in Ontario. We're warming up to you. Plan it now at destinationontario.com.
It was a rainy day in Pizzaville when we realised that our extra-large pizza is 2 whole inches longer than the so-called extra-large from the big pizza conglomerates. How do they even call theirs extra-large when Pizzaville gives you 18 whopping inches, steaming hot? Because, let's be honest, who wouldn't want 2 more inches?
Pizzaville Stone-Baked Pizza. Fiercely Canadian. Authentically Italian.
This is Toronto Raptors basketball on Sportsnet 590. The Fan.
Hello, my name is Amit Mann. Tonight's halftime is brought to you by your Ontario Honda dealers. Up their game in the new CR-V Touring Hybrid. So the Raptors are down currently by 15, 72-57. RJ Barrett leads all scorers on the Raptors with 13 points, 3 of 7 shooting with 3 threes. Bruce Brown chipping in 11 points for 4 of 6 from the field, along with 2 threes as well. Grady Dick, 3 of 5, 9 points, some nice drives off closeouts. Jakob Poeltl, 6 points, 3 of 6 from the floor, also 6 rebounds, but kind of got played off the court. We'll talk about that in just a moment. Scotty Barnes, 7 assists, some great passing through the Bucks defense, but 1 of 11 shooting, just 2 points. The Raptors, 17 assists on 21 made field goals for 45.5%, and 6 of 15 from 3. 16 fouls on the Raptors, leading to the Bucks shooting 20 of 24 from the free throw line. That is your discrepancy. That's where we are. That's why the Raptors are currently down by 15 points. On the other side of things, Damian Lillard, amazing player, man. 22 points, 5 of 8 from the floor, 4 threes. Giannis, 18 points, 5 of 9 shooting, but he shot 12 free throws and made 8 of them. Brook Lopez, 4 assists, largely through the 2-man game with Damian Lillard. Again, we'll talk about that in just a moment. And then Bobby Portis chipped in 10 points on 3 of 6 shooting. So for the Bucks, I mean, they're shooting 21 of 43, 7 of 9 from 3, out-rebounding the Raptors, 29-23. A lot of those just simply because the Raptors are missing more shots. They're getting more defensive rebounds. And the Bucks, they won that first quarter 37-22. But the second quarter was only won by 1 point. So the Raptors, there's a way they can win this game. And how do they do it? We will talk about it when we return. You are listening to Toronto Raptors basketball, brought to you by Tangerine on the Sportsnet Radio Network, streaming on the Sportsnet app and sportsnet.ca.
For the past couple of months, High Park Nissan, Willowdale Nissan, and Newmarket Nissan have been helping people reduce their expenses wherever possible. And let me tell you, most of those people's existing cars were in good working order. Why did they trade in then? Try combining your payments with maintenance and fuel expenses against the possibility of a brand new Nissan lowering that bottom line. During Nissan's Winter Ready event, High Park, Willowdale, and Newmarket Nissan strive to continue to do just that.
We all know things tend to break when you need them most, like your furnace breaking down in the middle of a cold snap. That's why Enercare is offering a free furnace checkup for homeowners in the GTA. That's a $99 value. If your furnace has any issues, our Enercare experts can fix it, or we can get you a new one as soon as the next day. Don't get stuck shivering. Keep your home comfortable with Enercare. Terms and conditions apply. Visit enercare.ca.
Enercare, experts at home.
What a tackle. Let's go to the sidelines. You're in the zone today, Matt. Really on your game.
Yeah. Getting more sleep, not snoring all night. What a huge difference it can make.
Problem snoring? Suffer from sleep apnea? Invest in yourself. Call Dr. Paulette Pillersdorf. She'll use her laser to help treat your snoring and oral appliance like a sports mouth guard for your sleep apnea. Your partner will thank you.
Thanks, Matt. Book your appointment with Dr. Paulette Pillersdorf. Call 647-243-2006.
Ugh, these vacation prices are really adding up. Flights, hotels.
Are your vacation plans going off-road? I'm a Sunwing financial advisor, saving you money while giving you more.
Did you say financial advisor?
Yeah, Sunwing financial advisor. There are thousands of us across Canada cracking the code on vacation savings so you can crack open that SPF.
Huh, that makes so much financial sense.
Book with your local travel advisor or at...
Nobody likes January, so limber up and get on down to St. Louis Bar and Grill for all-you-can-eat boneless chicken for only $19.99. When your great Uncle Leo sent you that card with a 20 in it, you may have been wondering, what am I going to do with $20? Well, sport, I'll tell you what you're going to do. You're going to eat a lot of chicken. Ooh-wee! Because for a limited time, there's also no tax. For just $19.99, you can go to town on all the boneless you can handle.
All you can eat boneless for only $19.99. Only at St. Louis Bar and Grill. Dine in only. You are welcome.
This is Toronto Raptors basketball on Sportsnet 590, The Fan.
It's the halftime show. I'm McMahon here. The Raptors are currently down 72-57 to the Milwaukee Bucks. Lots of fouls from the Raptors. They've had this issue throughout the season. That is one thing they just have to clean up. Yes, you can say we're getting rookie calls, but they're happening. So what are you going to do about it, right? At some point, you have to stop. Scotty Barnes right now, he has 3 fouls. He gets one more. They're going to be in a tough spot going into any latter stages of the game if he's in foul trouble. So some of the good things from the Raptors is that RJ Barrett, I enjoyed his fortitude and trying to get to the basket. And he just continues to be a problem for defenses. And in some of those switches against AJ Green, he was able to capitalize. And I think that's something that they got to keep on seeing from him. Scotty Barnes, just stop shooting threes. Like, you're 0 of 5, you're 1 of 11 from the floor right now. I think you have to prioritize getting to the basket in whatever way you can. 7 assists is awesome, man. Like, he's done a terrific job just carving up the defense in his own way. But you got to get good looks from you and from the team. And I think they just need him to be a bit smarter with the shots that he takes. And after that, I mean, like, they were able to generate some good shots, the Raptors. They just have to shoot better from 3. And we'll see if Grady Dick can continue to stay in the game. And also Jakob Poeltl, because he was played off the court due to that Brook Lopez and Giannis and Damian Lillard 3-man game or 2-man game, depending on the case, because they just couldn't, it's just too good, essentially. Damian Lillard, when he's shooting this way, he puts so much pressure on your defense. And some of those DHOs with Brook Lopez, he's flying off screens. He catches the ball. Brook Lopez is an absolute bus. You can't get around him, and then he just vaults up and hits a 3. So that's why the Raptors resorted to go with Jonathan Mobo and Scotty Barnes on the floor together so they could switch everything. And they're going to have to keep on doing that. I would imagine that we're going to continue to see Jonathan Mobo more so in this second half. He played well, right? And also it just gives you an option against some of these actions that you're seeing from the Milwaukee Bucks, and they need those kinds of answers. So for the Raptors now, Bruce Brown was very good for them. He shoots 2 of 2 from 3, and just his smarts on the court, his instincts, they're always going to be very beneficial for him and for the Raptors. So they need more of that. And Davion Mitchell, can he just continue to be a presence on the defensive end and also just continue to push the ball? The Raptors, they're at their best when they're pushing the ball, but at the same time, if you are getting into that kind of a track meet with the other team, now your transition defense has to be a lot better. And the transition defense was not good from the Raptors. Again, it's been a problem for this team for weeks now, and it's just something that they have to continue to work on. But, between RJ getting out on the break, Scotty Barnes, of course, and just continue to make sure that you're securing those defensive rebounds towards the end of that second quarter, it became a bit of a problem for the Raptors, and they're going to need to clean that up if they want to have a chance to win this game. And this game it's on the table for them. It's a 15-point deficit, sure, but if they clean up those free throws, defensively, they've been pretty sound after they made that switch to put Jonathan Mobo on the floor and take Jakob Poeltl off. So we'll see how things go in the second half. Eric and Paul are ready to go for the second half here, and we'll talk to you after the game. Maybe celebrating a Raptors win? Let's see. We'll find out how things go, okay? We'll talk to you after the game, after the final 24 minutes. You are listening to Toronto Raptors basketball, brought to you by Tangerine on the Sportsnet Radio Network, streaming on the Sportsnet app and sportsnet.ca.
We are summer. Are you ready?
It's coming soon. North America's largest indoor boat show. The Toronto International Boat Show, where more new products are launched than anywhere in Canada. Electric boats, motors, and green technologies. January 18th to 26th at the EnerCare Center.
We are summer. Are you ready?
We are summer.
Toronto Boat Show.
Visit TorontoBoatShow.com.
Looking to secure your future in 2025? Uline offers job stability and training to build a long-lasting career. Interview for day and night shift warehouse roles at Uline's January hiring event in Milton, Ontario. Earn pay starting from $30 an hour with a $2 night shift increase and multiple bonus programs. Plus, full health and retirement benefits starting your first day. Sign up for your warehouse interview on Saturday, January 25th in Milton at uline.jobs. That's uline.jobs.
How to fix broken furnace. What's a heat exchanger?
You might not know how to fix a furnace, but we do. We're Reliance Home Comfort, here to take your call 24/7. And if you need a new furnace, ask us about our next day or we pay installation guarantee. Plus, right now, save 20% during the Reliance team member pricing event, where you pay what we pay. So if you need help now,
Call on Reliance.
Conditions apply. See website for details.
Nobody likes January, so limber up and get on down to St. Louis Bar and Grill for all-you-can-eat boneless chicken for only $19.99. When your great Uncle Leo sends you that card with a 20 in it, you may have been wondering, what am I going to do with $20? Well, sport, I'll tell you what you're going to do. You're going to eat a lot of chicken. Ooh-wee. Because for a limited time, there's also no tax. For just $19.99, you can go to town on all the boneless you can handle.
All you can eat boneless for only $19.99. Only at St. Louis Bar and Grill. Dine and only. You are welcome.
Picture this. A snowy morning, and you're staring at where your driveway used to be. Your neighbor's Toyota RAV4 with all-wheel drive cruises by unfazed, making winter look easy. You're thinking, that should be me. Yes, it should. It's time to upgrade your winter. It's time to Toyota. Lease a 2025 RAV4 LE all-wheel drive from $104 weekly for 36 months at 5.79% with $2,500 down. Visit shoptoyota.ca or your local Ontario Toyota dealer today.
This is Toronto Raptors basketball on Sportsnet 590, The Fan.
Welcome back. Eric Smith, Paul Jones with you, getting set to start the second half, and certainly work to be done for the Raptors, trailing by 15. Statistically speaking, you look at the numbers and say, all right, the Raptors shot 46%. They had one less three ball. They had the exact same number of field goals made. They outscored the Bucks in the paint. And they are pretty much dead even in terms of fast break points and even bench points. And as I said, the three-point shooting is all but dead even. Rebounding, okay, there's an edge for the Bucks, Jonesy, 27-21. But at the risk of sounding repetitive, we continue to hammer home this story, this theme, because it is a story and a theme. 23 of 27 at the stripe for the Bucks. The Raptors 9 of 10, so just shy of triple the number of attempts and more than double the amount of free throws made.
And interesting, it's the Raptors that lead the points in the paint. Now, I know some of those come off fast breaks. Some of them come off, high-low action, off penetration. But it's not like the Raptors aren't getting the ball close to the basket. So we'll see if it changes at all in the second half.
Second half begins with the Milwaukee Bucks starting with the ball. Baseline, far side, floating it up and in. Taurean Prince got it to go up and over Jakob Poeltl. So Milwaukee strikes first and builds their lead to 17. First touch time for the Raptors. Poeltl to Grady Dick. Grady Dick stepped back into a triple, set his feet. Lillard went flying by. Grady unfortunately missed the three ball, though. Had a decent look. Rollins in the near corner to Prince. Up top to Lopez. Lopez above the arc, going to hand back to Prince. Nope, he's going to keep it himself. Now lob it down on the block to Giannis, and a nice job there by Scotty Barnes to front, jump up, and deflect the pass away and make Milwaukee do it again. They'll inbound from the baseline.
Good ball pressure, too. The pass is always a little bit more difficult when there's ball pressure.
74-57. Milwaukee leading. And it stays at that same deficit for Toronto. A 17-point lead for Milwaukee as Giannis just missed a 15-footer. Jakob Poeltl at the far elbow now brings it back toward the perimeter, looking to hand off. Instead, he goes cross-court to Barrett, who cuts and drives to the tin, goes up and under with a reverse layup. Nice move by R.J. Barrett.
Yeah, nice find by Jakob Poeltl. Everybody above the free throw line. No chance for Milwaukee to get back to help.
74-59. Raptors down 15. This is where it sat at half. We're less than 90 seconds into the third quarter. And a foul comes in against Toronto. Davion Mitchell bumping Damian Lillard. He helps Dame up off the floor, and the Bucks will get set to inbound from the near side. With 14 on the shot clock, Lillard gets it into Lopez. Lopez stops his dribble, looking to give it back to Lillard, and now they call a reach-in foul on Jakob Poeltl. And Poeltl knew it. He got caught on that one. So 2 quick fouls against the Raptors in the opening 90 seconds of this third quarter. Driving to the tin, Prince missed it, cleaned up by Giannis, and a thunderous one-hand dunk with an exclamation point, putting Milwaukee up 17.
You can't let him loose on the boards. Nobody boxed him out that time. He walked to the glass and just scooped up the loose change.
76-59. Barnes on the far side was 1 of 11 in the first half. See if he can get his offense cooking here in the second. That'll help. Nice up and under move on a little finger roll layup past Brook Lopez.
Great job by Scotty. Good footwork.
76-61. Lillard to a driving, cutting Giannis, who lays it in far side. The lead back to 17. Giannis up to 22 points in the ball game. Lillard has 22 as well. The trailer on the play. Poeltl catches the pass, and a running floater no good for Jakob Poeltl. Rolls off the rim and quickly back the other way. Rollins lays it in. Milwaukee extends their lead to 19.
Good idea to speed up the game, Toronto, but you got to get back defensively. I mean, the last couple, Milwaukee's had a free run, straight line drive to the basket.
80-61, 9:41 to go in this third quarter. It's Toronto Raptors basketball, brought to you by Tangerine Bank on the Sportsnet Radio Network, streaming on the Sportsnet app and at sportsnet.ca.
Hey, Raptor fans, what would you rather have? More money or more vacation? Whichever you pick, it's a win-win. Just like hitting the 50-50 jackpot. When you buy tickets to the MLSE Foundation Lottery, you support kids and youth in communities across Ontario. Last season, over $1 million in jackpot prizes were won. That means more money and more vacation. Talk about a true win-win? Visit 5050raps.com for your tickets today.
Orthotics!
Footwear!
Orthotics!
Footwear!
Guys, enough. Kintec are experts in orthotics and footwear. It's what sets them apart. By tailoring orthotics to your shoes and shoes to your orthotics, you get comfort and support designed just for you.
Oh, so it's orthotics and footwear working together.
Like peanut butter and jelly.
You got it.
Or pickles and syrup.
Is that a thing?
PB&J.
Pickles and syrup!
Oh, boy.
Kintec footwear and orthotics.
Direct!
Hi, this is Greg Carrasco, managing partner at Direct Nissan, and I come to you with an offer that may seem a little sus, but trust me, it slays. What? The Sigma? For the month of January, you can get a brand new 2025 Nissan Rogue for only $12 a day with $29.95 down. That is $12 a day with $29.95 down for a Nissan Rogue. There is something happening here at directnissan.ca.
Direct!
This is Toronto Raptors basketball on Sportsnet 590. The Fan.
Welcome back. Eric Smith, Paul Jones with you. 9:41 to go. Third quarter, Raptors falling down by 19. It's 80-61. Toronto has not led in this game. Milwaukee got off to a 1-0 start and haven't looked back since. They have had their lead as high as 20 on a couple of occasions, and again, it sits at 19 right now. And Jonesy, the Bucks' field goal percentage starting to creep up a little bit right now, sitting at 51%.
Well, they're getting easy shots, Eric. They're able to get to the basket unencumbered right now, and Raptors need to make a muscle defensively. And then they've got to find a way to generate some offense.
Giannis in this ballgame, 22.7 rebounds, 22 and 5 assists for Dame Lillard. On the other side for the Raptors, R.J. Barrett with a team-high 15. Scotty Barnes tonight just 2 of 12. Does have a team-high, game-high 7 assists. Barrett around a screen set by Barnes, goes over on the near sideline to Kelly Olynyk, who turns, fires, and rips the cords on a triple.
Nice job by Kelly. Good stuff coming out of the timeout. Brook Lopez just playing the drop defense, standing there as Olynyk came around the screen.
80-64. Raptors down 16. Lopez thought about the three, instead finds Giannis cutting into the lane, went right at Barrett, and Barrett just bear hugs Giannis, takes the foul, and Antetokounmpo is going to go to the free throw line.
8 of 12. See if he can do any more damage from the free throw line. It was well constructed and executed play by the Bucks on that possession.
Giannis at the stripe. First free throw hits the front of the rim, no good.
So he was 7 of 9 at one point. He's 1 for his last 5, or 1 for his last 4. He said he's only 58% on the year, so.
Hits the second one. So now 9 of 14 at the stripe.
More makes, or the same number of makes as the entire Raptor team.
And 4 more attempts. In the lane, Barrett with a one-hand floater on the lefty release. Raptors get 2 for 1 and now trail by 15. It's 81-66. Giannis trying to go at Scotty Barnes on the far side. Fires a pass back out to Prince, and a nice job jumping in front of the pass to take it away. Scotty Barnes down the floor. Scotty to R.J. Barrett, who lays it in. It looked like Barnes might have been trying to go into the corner to Davion Mitchell, but Barrett sort of cut it off, caught it, finished, and you'll take the deuce.
Yeah, why not? Take the 2 instead of maybe a 3 that doesn't go.
Raptors get it down to 13. Lillard stops on a dime straightaway. Jumper is good. Man, he's so good.
Does that in his sleep. Those are workout shots for him.
Just his second bucket inside the arc tonight. He has lived on the perimeter. Raptors trailing by 15. Olynyk triple makes it 12. And the Raptors starting to make a bit of a muscle. They're up to 50%.
Well, they're generating that offense I talked about, Eric. And I give Kelly Olynyk credit. He's stepping in and shooting that thing with conviction.
83-71. The Raptor defense not strong there as they allow Rollins to get down toward the block, and he floats it high off glass. That said, you were probably worried more about the lob to Giannis.
But you got to play the guy. When you switch, it's a switch and smother.
Another one for Kelly. This time he puts it on the floor, drives into the paint. Then he kind of shows and goes around Prince, bumped and fouled. Late whistle, but the correct call as Kelly Olynyk's going to go to the free throw line.
Kelly having to complain to get the call, but it's interesting. I wonder had that gone in if they would have not made the call at all, or they would have made a late and 1 call.
Raptors shooting 6 of 8 in this third quarter.
Yeah, they picked up the pace offensively, Eric. They have.
Milwaukee has started to shoot the ball better as well. They are 6 of 8 as well. Olynyk's second free throw no good. Hit the first, missed the second. Raptors trailing by 13 as Lillard brings it across center court toward the near sideline. Now on a switch, he's picked up by Scotty Barnes straight away. Crosses up Barnes, gets below the free throw line, lobs it up down low to Lopez, who guides it back into the tin on an alley-oop. 15-point lead for the Bucks. Driving near side, Mitchell lays it up and in with the right-hand scoop. Raptors again chop it to 13. Milwaukee quickly inbounds.
All right, this is part of the hold. If you're a run, hold, run, this is the hold phase.
87-74, look out. Big-time thunderous dunk from a cutting Giannis Antetokounmpo. Caught the pass from Lillard and flushed it down.
The floor was unbalanced, and the Raptors had all the help on the other side.
Again, the lead is 15. Barrett to a cutting Barnes. Nice bounce pass in traffic from R.J. Barrett. His 6th dime of the game. Raptors chop it down to 13.
Raptors doing a nice job offensively. They really have picked it up. It's about some stops now. Milwaukee shooting almost 55%.
Rollins out at the logo at center, trying to shake free from Grady Dick. Grady fighting through the screen as Rollins gives it to Lopez. Lopez stops his dribble, goes back to Rollins on the near side. Still above the arc, now puts it on the floor, driving on Grady. Curled to the tin, and a whistle comes in on a foul against, I think, Olynyk on Rollins.
Yeah, I think Kelly's going to get called for the foul.
It is going to go on Kelly, which will send Rollins to the free throw line. Tough to see from our angle if he caught forearm or got ball, but Raptors aren't going to win that argument as Rollins steps to the free throw line. 4 points, a couple of rebounds, and an assist in this ball game for the youngster Rollins, who knocks down the first free throw, pushes the lead to 14 for Milwaukee. Rollins averaging under 5 points and under 2 rebounds this season, the 44th pick in 2022, third year in the league. Misses the second free throw, so the lead stays at 14. 90-76 as we approach the midway point of this third quarter. Lots of offense in this frame from both teams, not a whole lot of defense. We'll see if the Raptors can keep it going right here. Barrett has Lillard out on the perimeter. RJ pushed back toward center. Now spins and gets away from Lillard. Gets to the elbow. Bumped. Passes off to a cutting Olynyk, who dunks it down. Raptors trail by 12.
RJ's playmaking again on display the last couple times. Finding Scotty and now finding Kelly. See if the Raptors can get some stops.
Lillard up top to Giannis. Giannis guarded by Mobo. Mobo trying to stay with Giannis, who gets in the lane. Couple of skips and got to the tin and scooped it in.
When you get even a little bit of a rub, somebody's got to step up and slow him down so there can be a recovery.
Mitchell drives on the youngster Rollins, got him on his hip and took him right to the tin to scoop it in. With the right hand on the left side, Davion Mitchell's got 10 in the ballgame. Again, the Raptors cut it to 12. Can they get a stop? Prince straight down Main Street into the paint, and he saw the defenders, went right at them, drew the contact, and he's going to go to the free throw line.
RJ really upset with the way that play materialized on the defensive end.
92-80, Raptors trailing by 12. As Taurean Prince is going to go to the free throw line. He's the only starter that has yet to shoot free throws, so that's going to change right here. Milwaukee with now 32 free throw attempts, barely through half of the third quarter.
Kelly Olynyk called for the foul, and he's looking and asking the official, me? You called the foul on me? I didn't touch.
3 for Barrett, 3 for Barnes, 3 for Mitchell, 3 for Olynyk, 4 for Jakob Poeltl.
20 more free throw attempts Milwaukee has in comparison to Toronto, and the meter is still running.
And 17 more free throw makes. Mitchell, bounce pass, far sideline. Mobo back to Mitchell, cross court, right to left to Grady. Grady puts it on the floor. And now he turns, fakes out Lillard, got to the baseline, jumper is good. What a move there by Grady
And
Dick.
he was fouled, too, and there was no call.
94-82, Raptors yet again cut it to 12. Middleton, out on the wing far side, fires a pass over to Giannis with those high steps, gets around everybody, goes up and under on a reverse, lays it in, plus an alleged foul, and a three-point opportunity coming for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
I don't know how official C.J. Washington could make the call on the left side of the basket when all he could see was the back. I'd love another look at that.
Well, we're getting one, and I don't see a lot of contact.
Well, to see if Giannis actually stepped out of bounds.
Oh, for that. That I didn't see, Jonesy. Giannis misses the free throw. The Raptors' deficit stays at 14. Toronto shooting 54%, a blistering third quarter. They just can't get enough stops on the other end. Milwaukee up to 56%. RJ down Main Street. Looked like he was stripped as he went up. Saved on the baseline by Portis. Picked up by Barrett. Over to Mobo. Two-hand flush. Raptors again cut it to 12.
Great job by RJ. Great awareness. His playmaking ability again. Showing it very, very nifty.
Jumper, far elbow, just above it. Middleton missed it. Raptors grab the rebound. Here they come. They can get it down to 10. Grady Dick maybe make it 9. Missed that one. Flying in for the rebound. The Raptors secured it. Olynyk has it, and it's going to be a foul on the floor going against Milwaukee.
Loose
it's
ball
going
foul,
against Middleton.
Yeah. Kelly did a nice job fighting for position.
96-84 with 4:10 to go.
Milwaukee's been whistled for 11 fouls in the game.
Yep. Toronto's doubled that with 22.
It's like 3 a quarter.
And we got a timeout on the floor here, Jonesy. 96-84, Raptors down 12 with a chance to cut in a little bit more when we come back. They've got the ball. It's Toronto Raptors basketball, brought to you by Tangerine Bank on the Sportsnet Radio Network, streaming on the Sportsnet app and at sportsnet.ca.
Alpine News Network is here live with one of our superheroes.
Joe and Lucy needed a new roof and reached out to Alpine Credits. I flew over to help them with a home renovation loan. I suggested they transform their house into a giant robot head, beams that shoot from the eyes. Pew, pew. Instead, they just went with shingles. But it's pretty glorious.
Own your home? Need a loan? Alpine Credits can help.
Alpine Credits, where homeowners get approved. Just for license 12616.
With the confidence and freedom of all-wheel drive, a turbocharged engine, and tons of cargo space, the 2025 Honda CR-V was made for winter adventures. But with heated front seats, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and a cozy interior, you may want to stay in its comforts a little bit longer. Lease the CR-V LX all-wheel drive for $105 weekly at 3.49% APR for 60 months with $3,500 down. OAC conditions apply. Includes $1,500 lease bonus. See HondaOntario.com.
You there, have you tried Subway's new Snackwich bundles?
Whoa, you're a bundle of energy.
But they're just $5.
Okay, chill.
There will be no chill. Get a toasty turkey ranch Snackwich with crispy potato rings. It's a bundle of a deal.
Oh, sounds tasty.
Or a hearty soup with a honey mustard ham Snackwich on ciabatta. It tastes like a bundle of joy.
Yes, I get it.
It's delicious and $5 at Subway.
Okay, bundle me in.
Price and participation may vary. Extras, taxes, and delivery additional. Expires February 16th, 2025.
Are you going to say it?
Yes way.
This is Toronto Raptors basketball on Sportsnet 590, The Fan.
Welcome back. Eric Smith, Paul Jones with you. Third quarter, 4:10 to play. Raptors trailing 96-84. It's been all offense for both teams in this third quarter. Raptors have fallen down by as many as 20 in this quarter. They were down 19, but again, it's 12, and they've got a chance to get it to 10, maybe 9 on this possession.
I like what they've done offensively. You know, they had, 61 points? We said they had to pick it up, and all of a sudden, boom, 84, and it's been a productive offensive quarter. But it's about trying to slow down the Milwaukee offense without fouling.
Coming out of the timeout, Mitchell is out. Shed is in. Raptors have the ball as Olynyk gives it up to Brown, over to Grady Dick on the far wing. Grady picked up by Lillard. Comes around a screen set by Mobo, drives to the baseline, fires a pass to the near side to Shed. Shed steps into a triple, missed it. It was an air ball. Portis couldn't save it on the baseline, but they're going to say shot clock violation. I thought that buzzer came after Portis touched it. I thought there would have been at least maybe half a second left. Guess not. It's a shot clock violation and a turnover for Toronto. So Toronto fails to capitalize on an opportunity to get it down to 10, maybe 9. Portis, 3-ball to build it to 15. It's good. Just like that. That is salt in the wounds. We'll see if the Raptors can punch back right here. Shed, far side, cut off on the baseline by Green. Keeping the dribble alive as he brings it back out toward the perimeter. Now gives the pass to Olynyk. Olynyk backing down on Green. Goes cross-court over to Shed now on the near wing. Cross-court, far wing. Brown. He's picked up now by Green. Green's jumping and jiving all over the place. Brown driving down Main Street. Goes at Green. Scoops it up and over the shoulder with the bucket. Raptors down 13.
Bruce Brown's a really quick player and did a great job there.
Back the other way, Milwaukee no good on their offensive trip as Lillard misses a 28-footer. 3-ball no good as Toronto will try and chop a couple more right here. 99-86 with under 3 minutes to go. Grady Dick stops on a dime in the paint. Goes back out above the free throw line to Olynyk. Olynyk in the lane. He's fouled by Middleton with 2:51 to go in this third quarter.
Good recognition by Kelly trying to get to the basket against a smaller player. And they reach in and foul.
Gary Trent Jr. is going to check back in for Milwaukee. Dame Lillard sits down with his 24 points and 7 assists. Top scorer in the ballgame, Giannis with 29. He's still out there. Giannis with 4 members of the bench. in Green, Portis, Middleton, and Trent. A solid second unit for the Milwaukee Bucks. On the floor for Toronto, it's Barnes, Mobo, Shed, Olynyk, and Brown as Olynyk goes to the free throw line. That last foul that came in against the Bucks, the 15th foul. So Olynyk steps to the stripe and a chance to get this thing down to 11, but unfortunately he misses the first free throw. 99-86. .251 to go in the third. Olynyk, 1 of 2 at the stripe. The Raptors as a team, 10 of 12. Second free throw goes in. Raptors trail by 12.
Opponent's high for free throws attempted in a game is 40.
Well, the Bucks are going over that, Joe.
No, I think they are too.
Middleton to Trent. Back to Middleton. He's on the logo at center now, dribbling toward the near side. Jumper over Barnes is good on a triple for Chris Middleton. Looks like he was going to lob the pass back to Giannis and just opted to take the three himself.
Yeah, versatility. Middleton, a pretty good shooter.
Olynyk trying to answer back on the other end. His three ball no good. Now the Raptors have to dig in on defense, trailing by 15. They've been able to go punch for punch this quarter, but now late in the frame, Milwaukee's going to try and build their lead again as Portis knocks down a jumper to push the lead to 17.
I think Bobby Portis is an underrated player, and he is going to be a key cog if they have designs on winning a championship.
Brown up top to Barnes. Scotty 3 of 13 tonight. Driving on the baseline near side. Olynyk cut off, fires a pass into the far corner. Bruce Brown, three ball no good, and Olynyk couldn't beat Giannis to the rebound. Down the floor comes Antetokounmpo to a cutting Middleton, bumped by Barnes, and Chris Middleton going to go to the free throw line.
Another one where there's a little contact and a guy's going away from the basket off that foot furthest from the hoop, and it looks worse than it is. Scotty not happy, but that's a call that's become pretty pedestrian in the NBA these days.
104-87. Raptors were down 13 with 2 free throws a couple of moments ago. Had a chance to cut it to 11. Instead, right now, late in the quarter, they've fallen down by 18. Still shooting a solid percentage, but unfortunately, they've been giving up just as much, if not more, on the other end. Again, the shooting in this quarter for the Raptors, they are 13 of 20. That's pretty darn good. The Milwaukee Bucks, though, Jonesy, shooting a blistering 13 of 17. Free throws good for Middleton. The lead has grown back to 19 for Milwaukee. Shed, near side. Hands off now to Olynyk. Olynyk inside the arc, 1 foot, flicks it back on the perimeter to Scotty. Scotty now, fake the pass, keeping the dribble alive, getting down to the block near side, trying to go at Giannis, lost the handle, fires a pass to Olynyk, cut to the 10, lost the handle, and turned it over out of bounds onto the baseline. Milwaukee will have a chance now to grab their largest lead of the game.
Offense looked a little static on that trip, a little dribble weave action out top. It really didn't move the defense or cause them to stress it any way.
Portis three ball rolls around the rim, comes off, no good. Giannis thought he was bumped in the back. The Raptors will take it and come down the floor. Brown stops on a dime, runs into Green, lost the handle. Another Raptor turnover, their 10th. Gary Trent near side. Hounded by Bruce Brown, goes back up top to Green, cross court, right to left, over to Middleton. Now lobs it to a cutting Giannis, who tried to guide it in the tin with his left hand, and they call a late whistle on what? Did Bruce push him? They're calling it on Bruce Brown.
It had nothing to do with the shot. If it was a foul and it was just a baby touch, it was long after the shot. It was long after the shot. He tried to guide it in. I mean, that's nothing. That's not a shooting foul.
49.8 seconds to play in the quarter. Giannis goes to the free throw line, knocks down the first one. He's 10 of 16.
He missed the tip, came down, and Bruce had his hands out, touching Giannis in the chest. You're telling me a guy that drives to the hoop with that kind of ferocity goes to the ground on that minuscule a touch, and they call it a shooting foul?
Giannis misses the second. That would have been Milwaukee's largest lead right there. As it stands, they have matched their largest lead at 20.
That is a horrific call.
And a tough end of the quarter for the Raptors. Again, they had the ball with a chance to cut it down. to 10 or 11, and instead, as the quarter ends, they've fallen down in a bigger hole than they've been in most of this quarter. And Milwaukee restores their largest lead of the game at 20. It's 107-87 with 30.3 seconds to play in this third quarter. A foul just came in on Gary Trent Jr., fouling Jamal Shed. That's the first in the last 2 minutes. So no free throws, sideline out of bounds. Shed gets it in to Scotty Barnes.
Well, they only had 13 for the game. First in the last 2 minutes. I'm surprised.
Well, now they'll make it 14 as Bobby Portis just fouled Scotty Barnes on a turnaround jumper. So Barnes is going to go to the free throw line for the first time tonight. In 27 minutes of action, Scotty getting his first free throw attempts, and he knocks down the first one.
Both teams have made 34 field goals. Milwaukee's made one more three-pointer than Toronto, 9-8. Yet it's a 20-point game.
107-88 as Barnes hits the first one. It's been a very rough night offensively for Scotty Barnes with just 7 points on 3 of 13 shooting. Does have a team-high, game-high 8 assists as he hits the second free throw. And the Raptors down 107-89. Bucks will have to give it up before the end, but there's not much of a differential shot clock, game clock, so they might just hold for the last one and not allow the Raptors to get anything off. Middleton milking the clock down as he dribbles the ball slowly at center toward that big logo. Brown puts up a little bit of pressure. Giannis catches the pass from Middleton, tried to go backdoor to Portis, cut off by the Raptors. They force the turnover. Down the floor, Scotty to a cutting Chris Boucher, who lays it in far side. Raptors get it down to 16. Last shot time for the Bucks. Green, the heave is good if it goes at the buzzer, and it rims out for A.J. Green. Raptors head to the fourth quarter down 16.
Well, kind of hanging in, kind of battling, but if you're Toronto, you've got to find a way to limit the free throw line for Milwaukee, cut down on what they're getting from the stripe.
107-91, Milwaukee on top of Toronto as the fourth quarter will come up next on Toronto Raptors basketball, brought to you by Tangerine Bank on the Sportsnet Radio Network, streaming on the Sportsnet app and at sportsnet.ca.
At Tangerine, we're fans of fans who are invested in the game. Like Gary, who lies with reckless abandon every time he's invited out on game night, so he doesn't have to miss game night. Sorry, it's mating season for my pet squid. My e-scooter is out of gas. I ate a beanless burrito. My shoulder blade feels dull. I'm traveling to the 16th century. That's how Gary fans. And we're fans of Gary. This is how we fan. Tangerine, the official bank of the Toronto Raptors.
The Subaru winter has arrived. The crisp air and negative temperatures mean one thing: camping. Emerge from your icy tent and bask in 4 to 6 hours of sunlight. Enjoy the unmistakable smell of campfire through the glacial wind pummeling your face. Relax by the water, taking in the soothing sounds of thick ice cracking and popping. Get out there in winter like it's summer with standard symmetrical full-time all-wheel drive and advanced safety systems. Visit your local Subaru dealer today.
Is your love language tropical sunshine and turquoise ocean? This Valentine's season, let redtag.ca be your ultimate Cupid with red hot deals. Save up to 60% on your dream hot vacation. Escape the February freeze and indulge in the warmth of a sun-kissed paradise with your someone special, your besties, or even solo. Treat yourself to an adults-only retreat and destinations made for relaxation and self-care. Don't wait. Book today at redtag.ca or call 1-866-5-REDTAG. Certain conditions apply.
redtag.ca.
Travel made easy.
This is Toronto Raptors basketball on Sportsnet 590, The Fan.
Welcome back. Eric Smith, Paul Jones with you, getting set to start the fourth quarter. Raptors trailing by 16, 107-91. Giannis has 30 points through 3 quarters, adding 9 rebounds. On the other side for the Raptors, a nice night for R.J. Barrett, 19 points, 8 assists in the ball game. He's going to start on the bench for Toronto, getting a bit of a breather. And Jonesy, the Raptors went punch for the most part in that third quarter offensively, but they're going to have to dial up the defense if they hope to come back and win this ball game.
Yeah, it's going to be a tall hill to climb, and it is all about the defense if you're Toronto. And it's not like they're doing a terrible job. I mean, both teams are shooting north of 50%. Toronto still outscoring Milwaukee by 10 in the paint, but you got to find a way to play defense without without fouling, without being called for fouls.
Raptors start with the ball as Brown has it. Brown into the paint, turns, fires off 1 foot, missed it. Late whistle comes in on a foul against the Bucks. Dame Lillard is pointing to the floor, saying it was on the floor. Are they going to put it on the floor or on the shot? It looked like it was on the shot. I think it should be 2 free throws for Bruce Brown, and Brown is stepping to the stripe, and he's going to get those free throws 22 seconds into this fourth quarter. Brown takes care of business. (107-93). Raptors down 14. Middleton, far elbow. Cut off by Brown. Goes up top to Portis. 3 ball off the front of the rim. Rebound to Bruce Brown. Brown everywhere right now in the opening 45 seconds of this fourth quarter. He gives it to Mitchell straight away. Over to Barnes on the wing. Puts it on the floor. Drives into the paint. Hands off a pass to Pirtle. Floats it up and in. Looked like an easy deuce for Scotty, but he found a better look perhaps for Yak.
Yeah, it looked like Scotty had Trent. He could just elevate over him. That said, they got the 2, and an unselfish play by Scotty. Now has 10 assists on the night.
107-95. Raptors again get it down to 12. Toronto in the midst of an 8-0 run. Minute 15 gone by here in the final frame. Lillard got a step on Barnes. Got to the free throw line. Sidestep. Far elbow. Jumper. No good. Nice box out down low of Pirtle on Lopez. Raptors get the rebound. Mitchell lobs the pass. Backdoor to Barnes in the near corner to Brown. Good look at a 3. Missed it. Down low. The ball tapped around. Picked up by Boucher. Bobbled it. Got it back out on the perimeter to Brown. Over to Mitchell. Mitchell missed a wide open Scotty Barnes. Barnes crashes to the tin though. Lays it up and in. And the Raptors cut it to 10.
Nice job. You're right, Eric. It could have been one more for Mitchell on the swing. That being said, Scotty Barnes has made as many three-pointers as you tonight. So good job by Scotty crashing and getting the loose change, putting it back in the bucket. Raptors have this thing down at 10.
107-97 with 10:21 to go in the ball game. It's Toronto Raptors basketball, brought to you by Tangerine Bank on the Sportsnet Radio Network, streaming on the Sportsnet app and at sportsnet.ca.
Hey, Raptor fans, what would you rather have? More money or more vacation? Whichever you pick, it's a win-win. Just like hitting the 50-50 jackpot. When you buy tickets to the MLSE Foundation Lottery, you support kids and youth in communities across Ontario. Last season, over $1 million in jackpot prizes were won. That means more money and more vacation. Talk about a true win-win? Visit 5050raps.com for your tickets today.
With the confidence and freedom of all-wheel drive, a turbocharged engine, and tons of cargo space, the 2025 Honda CR-V was made for winter adventures. But with heated front seats, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and a cozy interior, you may want to stay in its comforts a little bit longer. Lease the CR-V LX all-wheel drive for $105 weekly at 3.49% APR for 60 months with $3,500 down. OAC conditions apply. Includes $1,500 lease bonus. See HondaOntario.com.
How to fix broken furnace. What's a heat exchanger?
You might not know how to fix a furnace, but we do. We're Reliance Home Comfort, here to take your call 24/7. And if you need a new furnace, ask us about our next day or we pay installation guarantee. Plus, right now, save 20% during the Reliance team member pricing event, where you pay what we pay. So if you need help now,
call on Reliance.
Conditions apply. See website for details.
This is Toronto Raptors basketball on Sportsnet 590, The Fan.
Welcome back. Eric Smith, Paul Jones with you. 10:21 to go in the ball game. Raptors have cut it to 10 at 107-97. Raptors were down 20 late in the third quarter, and they're in the midst of a 10-0 run right now to chop that Milwaukee lead down to 10. This is the closest the Raptors have been in a long time, a game in which the Raptors have never had the lead. They have 3 more field goal makes than the Bucks tonight. They have 1 fewer free ball, but they have 15 less free throw makes and 20 less or fewer free throw attempts. A bizarre night for the Raptors where they have outscored the Bucks 50-38 in the paint as well, and have pretty much matched them in terms of offensive rebounding and fast break points.
Well, the middle two quarters were basically dead even, a 1-point difference between both teams. And that's really, really something for Toronto, considering the way they've been handcuffed at the free throw line.
Out of the timeout, a pretty good-looking jumper, almost wide open for Bobby Portis, and he comes up empty from about 16 feet, maybe 18 feet. Raptors have a chance to get this into single digits. Barnes at the near elbow. Little shimmy shake on Portis. Got down toward the block and then missed a pretty easy jumper. And then the Raptors forced the turnover as Milwaukee was trying to get up the floor. They whipped the pass. Mitchell over to Boucher, and his three ball from the near side goes halfway down and then skips out of the 10. Tough break for Toronto. Wide open three. Lopez hits it for Milwaukee. That close to being down 7 and suddenly down 13.
Yeah, 6-point swing. Boucher's shot hit 3 rims.
110-97. Brown, Barnes, Pirtle at the free throw line. Back out to Brown. Brown now dipping around a Pirtle screen. Goes out on the perimeter, far side. Scotty, 3-ball, air. Oh boy, Scotty tonight has certainly struggled, to say the least. He does have the double-double, 10 and 10, adding 6 rebounds, but he is 4 of 16 from the floor.
I think he's got to be aggressive in trying to score the ball in the lane. I know they've got deterrence back there and rim protection, shot blockers, Portis, Lopez, Antetokounmpo. Get into their body, get to the free throw line, put them in foul trouble.
Lillard got a step on Barnes, got into the lane, turns, fires on a leaner, and he missed the shot, but he took the foul. It'll be whistled against Scotty Barnes. I didn't see a ton of contact there again, but Dame Lillard is getting 2 free throw attempts.
Not on the shot, I did it. I saw some hand fighting and stuff before that, but didn't see a lot on the shot.
So this will be attempts 39 and 40 for the Milwaukee Bucks, which is now it'll match the season high for a Raptor opponent at 40. The lead grows to 14. 111-97. Lillard takes a deep breath, bends the knees, fires on the second free throw. It's good. He is a perfect 10 of 10 at the stripe tonight. He's got 10 free throw attempts. Giannis has 17.
The Raptors as a team have 18.
15-point lead for the Bucks. Brown flashing through the painted area. He keeps the dribble alive, brings the ball back out to the perimeter, finds Yak just above the near elbow. Now Pirtle turns into the paint, got to the rim, but then denied at the 10 by Lopez. And nice job in the backcourt of Boucher hounding Portis, and he flicks the ball off Portis's knee. So the Raptors will get the ball back with 3 on the shot clock. They say the Bucks had not yet established possession. So again, Toronto's got to be aware of the shot clock, but still a chance to come away with something from this trip down the floor. In the far corner, in front of his own bench, Mitchell gets it into Brown. Brown drives into the paint, scoops it up and in as he got a step.
Quickness
on Lopez and laid it in.
Yeah, Bruce Brown using his quickness from the three-point line and doing a nice job getting to the basket for the finish. He's had a nice game off the bench.
And now Lopez whistled on the other end. The moving screen, 112-99. The Raptors getting the ball back on the turnover by the Bucks.
17 points for Brown off the bench on 6 of 10. Knocked down a couple of threes.
Barrett, 3-ball. Grazed the side of the iron, goes out of bounds on the baseline. That would have cut it back down to 10. Instead, the Raptors off to scramble back and dig in on D. Trailing 112-99, 7:55 to go in the ball game. Mitchell trying to stay with Lillard. Lillard shaking and baking, and another illegal screen against Lopez. Wipes out the possession. Raptors get the ball.
I got to give Davion Mitchell credit. 1, for trying to fight over the screen, and 2, any kind of contact when you're trying to fight over, if you're moving, go down. Because the referees invariably call that a moving screen.
And unfortunately, yet again, the Raptors miss a 3-ball that would have brought it down to 10. That was Bruce Brown from the near side. 28-footer, no good. Milwaukee leading by 13. Taurean Prince toward the far sideline to the right of his bench. Up top straight away to Gary Trent. Trent, who didn't play in the last 3 games, back in the lineup tonight. Hasn't played a ton. Kisses it off glass. He's got 7 points in the ball game. The lead grows to 15 with 7:20 to go. Mitchell stops on a dime. 3-ball near wing. Rattled, popped out, no good. Raptors grab the rebound. Second chance opportunity. Brown to Pirtle. Pirtle inside the arc near side. Now driving toward the far side. Hands off to R.J. Barrett. R.J. Barrett in the lane. Turns, fires. The one-hand floater, no good. Pirtle trying to get to it, and he does. Beats Lopez. A third chance for the Raptors coming right here. Brown to Pirtle. Pirtle out on the perimeter to Boucher. Extra pass to Barrett. Near corner. 3-ball. No good. And the rebound goes to the Bucks.
Oh, a lot of good looks there. A lot of good looks.
And the Raptors have seen their shooting plummet in this fourth quarter, Jonesy, as Milwaukee just buried a triple. Taurean Prince near sideline. Lead grows to 18. Timeout, Raptors. In this fourth quarter, Toronto is shooting, after a blistering third quarter, just 3 of 14. They have fallen to 46.9%. They were at 52% through 3.
Now, got to make the shots and keep up. I think that the Raptors expended a lot of energy. They had a couple of instances where they could have had this thing down to 10 or 9, and you push that hard, you don't get it. All of a sudden, there's just a demoralizing effect.
117-99, Milwaukee leading with 6:45 to play in the ball game. It's Toronto Raptors basketball, brought to you by Tangerine Bank on the Sportsnet Radio Network, streaming on the Sportsnet app and at sportsnet.ca.
Hey, Raptor fans, what would you rather have? More money or more vacation? Whichever you pick, it's a win-win. Just like hitting the 50-50 jackpot. When you buy tickets to the MLSE Foundation Lottery, you support kids and youth in communities across Ontario. Last season, over $1 million in jackpot prizes were won. That means more money and more vacation. Talk about a true win-win? Visit 5050raps.com for your tickets today.
For the past couple of months, High Park Nissan, Willowdale Nissan, and Newmarket Nissan have been helping people reduce their expenses wherever possible. And let me tell you, most of those people's existing cars were in good working order. Why did they trade in then? Try combining your payments with maintenance and fuel expenses against the possibility of a brand new Nissan lowering that bottom line. During Nissan's Winter Ready event, High Park, Willowdale, and Newmarket Nissan strive to continue to do just that.
We are summer. Are you ready? It's coming soon. North America's largest indoor boat show. The Toronto International Boat Show. New this year, late night Thursday. The show will be open until 10 p.m. Extended hours for shopping on Thursday night, January 18th to 26th at the Anarcare Center. We are summer. Are you ready?
We are summer.
The Toronto Boat Show. Visit TorontoBoatShow.com.
This is Toronto Raptors basketball on Sportsnet 590. The Fan.
Welcome back. Eric Smith, Paul Jones with you. Fourth quarter, the Raptors have to dig themselves out of a hole again. Down 18, 117-99. Third quarter was great, but the fourth quarter has unfortunately gone the other way for the Raptors. Milwaukee continues to shoot a blistering 54%, but again, as I told you going into the break, the Raptors just 3 of 14 in this final frame, including 0 of 8 from distance. Raptors 8 of 30 for the game, just 27%. Barnes to Barrett. Barrett drives down Main Street, now drops a pass to Pirtle, who floats one up and in, a one-hander from the right block.
Really nice decision by RJ. Turned the corner, held Lopez hostage before dumping it off to Pirtle.
That's the double-double now for Barrett, his 10th assist in the ball game. Raptors down 16, all about this end with the stops. Lopez nearly got caught for another screen. In fact, he just put palms to the sky to the officials saying, "What didn't I do there that you called the other 2 times?" Raptors get a stop defensively as Milwaukee comes up empty. Gary Trent Jr. no good with the jumper, and now Trent called for a foul on Davion Mitchell on the other end. So the Raptors will inbound from the side. 17 on the shot clock, 5:58 to play in the ball game. 117-101. Barnes gets it into Pirtle out on the perimeter, hands it off to R.J. Barrett. Barrett's got 19 in the ballgame. Drives into the paint, turns, hands it to Pirtle, who turns with a flick of the wrist and floats another one-hander up and in. Raptors cut it to 14.
Yeah, really nice job again. R.J. and Pirtle have this burgeoning chemistry. It just keeps getting better and better.
See if the Raptors can get another stop right here with 5.5 minutes to go in the ballgame. Trent to Giannis at the far elbow. Spins past Grady. Not a lot of pressure, but Giannis passed out, and it turns out that it was a great decision anyway as he gets a wide-open triple for Gary Trent.
He wanted to lob it to Lopez, but Scotty stunted and backed up into that passing lane, so Giannis had to make...
I just thought he could have kept it himself. Grady Dick turns, fires, jumper, baseline far side is good on a 16-footer. Raptors trail 120-105. 5 minutes to play in the ballgame. Gary Trent into the paint, kicks it out to Lopez up top. To Giannis. Inside the arc, jumper up and clean over the outstretched arm of Jakob Poeltl. 32 in the ballgame for Giannis. That's pretty much his season average, as he averages just over 31 a game. 122-105. 17-point lead for the Bucks.
It's kind of funny how nobody's talking about Giannis for MVP. Like the other guy on the other side, Jokic, his team is in 4th. He's averaging over 30. Rebounds the ball. Actually plays defense and impacts the game on the other end. But he's not getting a lot of MVP love. There's no question it should have been Shea last year, in my mind. It should be Shea this year right now.
R.J. Barrett just went 0 for 2 at the stripe, which means the fans in Milwaukee get chicken wings. There are people dressed up like chickens on the baseline, and fans are screaming, going nuts for the fact that Barrett went 0 for, and the house gets fed. Raptors down 17 with 4.5 minutes to go. And Antetokounmpo inside the arc on the near sideline. Now elevates for the jumper over Poeltl. Missed it. Standing rebound for R.J. Barrett. His 3rd of the game. Barrett brings it across center. Now driving, stops in the dime, turns, fires back out on the perimeter to Scotty. Gets into the paint. He turns, fires back out to the perimeter to Davion. In the lane, drops a pass to Poeltl. Wasn't ready for it. He thought the shot was coming up. And the Raptors turn it over as Lillard takes it away. And the Bucks come back the other way. This one looks like it's probably in the books, Jonesy, with 4 minutes to go and the Raptors down 17. Their little 2-game win streak likely coming to an end tonight.
Yeah, Milwaukee ran away in the first quarter. I mean, it was a 15-point lead after the first lap of the track, and Toronto, even in the second, virtually even in the third, in spite of how poorly they shot the ball. I mean, a 1-point difference in both those quarters, and then just not able to get enough stops and keep Milwaukee off the free throw line.
An offensive foul, a moving screen on A.J. Green wipes out the Milwaukee possession, so the Raptors pick it up off the turnover, but they can't capitalize as Barrett misses a triple from the wing far side. R.J. tonight 3 of 7 from distance, has 19 points, 10 assists, and 3 boards in the ballgame. Raptors still down 17 with 3:35 to go. Lillard pushes away from Grady Dick, now splits defenders as he gets by Grady and Yak. Throws up the one-hand floater, missed it. Tapping the ball around, the Bucks can't rebound it, and Scotty Barnes takes it away. Ahead to Grady Dick on the wing near side. 3-ball up, no good. Following the play to guide it back into the tin, R.J. Barrett, and the Raptors come up with the deuce.
Grady missed Scotty on the far side.
122.
Barrett did a nice job following up.
122-107, 15-point lead for the Bucks. 3:07 to go. Giannis trying to shake Poeltl. Brings him to the left, turns to the right, cut to the tin, blocked by Barnes, picked up by Poeltl, ahead to Scotty. Scotty now in the paint, goes back out on the perimeter to Grady. Grady now driving down Main Street. Left-hand scoop, wild one, no good. Picked up by Poeltl. Leans in on Green. They're going to call an offensive foul as Poeltl buried the shoulder into Green.
He's just bigger than him. All he did was lean in as a big guy.
Yep.
If that's Brook Lopez there, he hits him in the chest and there's no call.
And Green was well below the circle, so it's not like it was a charge.
Well, primary defender, play started in the lower defensive box.
Right.
They're going to call it that way.
True.
But But, Green had his hands all over Pirtle on the rebound.
And Jones, the insult to injury, 5th foul on Jakob Pirtle. I mean, at this point, a comeback is probably not in the cards, down 15 with 2:50 to go. But if there's any hope, you got to keep Jakob Pirtle out there. And with those 5 fouls, it's going to be tough for the Raptors to really dig in defensively and trying to keep an eye on Barnes and Pirtle, both with 5. R.J. Barrett's got 4. They're going to keep it here with, again, 2:50 to play. Raptors, as I mentioned a little bit earlier in the broadcast, won't play again until Tuesday when they host the Orlando Magic. But after solid outings this week at home and victories over Golden State and Boston, the Raptors just not able to carry that momentum into this one tonight, Jonesy. And they haven't played poorly, but certainly not as well as we saw in the wins over Golden State and Boston.
Yeah, they came out a little bit flat and just kind of never got it going. Never got that spark, never got that boost where they got back close enough to force a timeout from Doc Rivers, inject a little energy into their game. They just never got it going that way.
Out-of-town scoreboard, Boston blows out Orlando 121-94. Minnesota beats New York at MSG 116-99. And Denver hammers Miami 133-113. Chicago loses by 2 at home to the Hornets 125-123. Those are the only finals in the association. Lillard misses a 2-footer. Raptors storm ahead, but then promptly turn it over with 2:25 to go. The Bucks get the ball back, and it's going to be a reach-in foul going against Garrett Temple on Damian Lillard as Darko Rajakovic has emptied out the bench. Recognizing the time and score as Toronto is going to lose its 32nd game of the season. Jonesy, tonight marks the second half of the season now for the Raptors. And there's no denying that the first half was a frustrating struggle, to say the least, as we talked about earlier in the broadcast. The Raptors battling a lot of injuries and much more. A 10-31 record through 41 games, and now it's going to be 10-32.
Yeah, tough schedule too. They had the second hardest schedule, to start the season.
Mobo with a 2-hand flush for the Raptors. Cuts the Milwaukee lead to 13 with 1:58 to play. Temple gets into the pass lane, knocks the pass away from Chris Middleton in the near corner. Ball stays with the Bucks with 6 on the shot clock. Middleton. To Giannis. Giannis spinning past Mobo to the baseline, floats it up and in, plus the bump, and a 3-point opportunity coming for Giannis.
So good at, creating the contact and then finishing with the contact and in traffic.
So Giannis up to 34 points in the ball game. He's got 11 rebounds as well. As finally Doc Rivers starts to empty out chunks of his bench with a 15-point lead and less than 2 minutes to go. 124-109 as Giannis awaits the free throw, gets the ball, takes a deep breath, dips, fires, and knocks it down. 11 of 18 at the stripe tonight for Giannis. Only 2 fewer free throws than the entire Raptor team. Battle, 3-ball, no good, wing near side. Giannis saves the rebound on the baseline, and he will bring it up across center for the Bucks. 41 free throws in the ball game for Milwaukee as a team, as Giannis gives it up to Middleton. With the Bucks leading by 16, it's 125-109. Middleton 3-ball is good. 128-109 as the lead grows here late in the ball game.
This team gets Chris Middleton back. They are very dangerous. They've just added another shooter around Giannis.
Portis, Middleton, Trent off the bench. Jonesy, that's pretty good. I mean, Pat Connaughton doesn't even play anymore.
I know. And then you think about the starting lineup with Lillard and Lopez able to knock down threes and space the floor.
Battle misses a three, cleaned up by Garrett Temple. He's fouled as he tried to put it back in the tin, and the veteran Garrett Temple is going to go to the free throw line with the Bucks leading by 19 and 1 minute, 5 seconds left in this contest. Jonesy, I mentioned that out-of-town scoreboard in the victory for the Timberwolves over the New York Knicks. Anthony Edwards had 36 points for Minnesota. Denver putting up 133 points in Miami with Jimmy Butler returning to the lineup. He was 7 of 15 in 33 minutes, had 18 points, 3 boards. But Jamal Murray, the Canadian, with 30 for the Nuggets and another triple-double for Jokic. 128, 110, 128, 111 as Temple makes both free throws. Rollins for Milwaukee. Under a minute to go, 55 seconds as he pulls up for the jumper toward the baseline far side. Knocks it in over the outstretched arm of Kelly Olynyk. 130-111. 19-point deficit with 49 seconds to play. Driving, Temple goes far corner to Shed. Shed now along the baseline to a cutting Mobo. Stops on a dime in the paint. Tries to shake right, shake left. Now passes out to Temple. Temple had the ball poked away. Whips a pass down low, though, to Olynyk, who's fouled, and Kelly Olynyk's going to go to the stripe.
I like the way the Raptors kind of stayed with that one. It was not pretty, probably not the way Darko drew it up, but they kept moving the ball. They kept moving people. And you end up with a couple of free throws from Olynyk.
Still looking at that out-of-town scoreboard in the Bulls' loss to the Charlotte Hornets. Vucevic had 40 for Chicago. First free throw good, second one no good for Kelly Olynyk. Off the bench tonight, 3 of 5 at the stripe, 15 points, 4 boards. As the Raptors trail by 18 with 28 seconds to go. Rollins dribbling the ball out towards center court, a little bit faded toward the far sideline. I don't know if the Bucks are going to take the turnover. It looks like they will, as Rollins doesn't seem to have any thoughts of heaving this one up. They're going to take the shot clock violation and give the ball to the Raptors to dribble this one out and close the game. Milwaukee puts up 130 on the Raptors. Toronto made a muscle late third and tried to carry momentum into the fourth, but they couldn't. And ultimately, the Bucks controlled the final frame and ultimately controlled the entire game as they lead wire to wire.
Yeah.
The Raptors never had a lead in this game as they pulled serve on their home court, beating the Raptors 130-112 the final.
Milwaukee did it early. You know, one of those games where don't look at the fourth quarter. Milwaukee gets up 15 in the first quarter, and the margin of victory is 18. They just kind of rode that the entire way. They did a great job of getting to the free throw line. The Raptors actually made more field goals, but you know, a 15-point difference at the free throw line. Toronto did a decent job of looking after the ball. Both teams with 14 turnovers. Fast break points, one different. Milwaukee with the edge there. Offensive rebound and second chance points, the advantage actually to Toronto. The bench points, advantage to Toronto. Points in the paint by a pretty good margin, advantage to Toronto. But you could beat the numbers any way you want, Eric.
Well, I was going to say, outscored by 15 on the perimeter, outscored by 15 at the free throw line. There's 30 points right there, but the difference too, Jonesy in the fourth quarter, Toronto 0 for 12 from distance. They lose 130-112. We'll take the break, come back with final stats, then get you set for post-game coverage on Toronto Raptors basketball, brought to you by Tangerine Bank on the Sportsnet Radio Network, streaming on the Sportsnet app and at sportsnet.ca.
The National Basketball Association on SiriusXM. For a full list of games and channels.
What's up, Raptors fans? Thank you so much for being here tonight during the Raptors game. I just wanted to stop and say thank you for being here, because just by being here, you are making a difference at SickKids Hospital right here in Toronto. Every single month, we make a donation, which is a percentage of our revenue here at the channel, and it goes directly to SickKids Hospital. We're over $6,500 raised in 8 months, and with the college football playoff successes and what we're about to see with the NFL playoffs and what we're seeing with the NFL playoffs, oh my goodness, it's going to be so much fun making that big time donation in just a couple of months. Thank you for being here. Let's have fun in the chat. Keep it classy, and go Raptors, go.
Latest updates. In the NBA, 7 p.m., Boston Celtics face the Orlando Magic. Celtics on Sirius XM channels 86, Internet 881, Magic on Internet 901. 7:30 p.m., New York Knicks face the Minnesota Timberwolves. Knicks on Sirius 137, XM 212 and Internet 899, Timberwolves on Internet 897. 8 p.m., Miami Heat face the Denver Nuggets. Heat on Sirius 138, XM 213 and Internet 895, Nuggets on Internet 887. 8 p.m., New Orleans Pelicans take on the Utah Jazz. Pelicans on Sirius 161, XM 215 and Internet 898, Jazz on Internet 908. 8 p.m., Milwaukee Bucks face the Toronto Raptors. Bucks on Sirius XM channels 167, Internet 896, Raptors on Internet 907. 8 p.m., Chicago Bulls face the Charlotte Hornets. Bulls on Sirius 160, XM 217 and Internet 884, Hornets on Internet 883.
Sirius XM has soccer covered end to end. Sirius XM FC. Hear live play-by-play and talk shows hosted by legends of the game. It's Sirius XM FC on Channel 157.
I'm Mick Kern with It Happened in Baseball. Some odds and ends for you. August 6th, 2001, while playing for the Boston Red Sox, Scott Hatteberg of Moneyball fame lined into a triple play against the Texas Rangers during the 4th inning. His next at-bat was with none out in the 6th inning and the bases loaded. All Hatteberg did was take a Juan Marino pitch out of the park for his second career grand slam, in the process becoming the first player in Major League history to hit into a triple play, then follow that at-bat up with a grand slam. The Red Sox took the game 10-7. April 23rd, 1999, Chan-Ho Park, the first major leaguer from South Korea, served up not one but two grand slams in the same inning, a major league first. Pitching for the Los Angeles Dodgers at home against the St. Louis Cardinals, Park gave up the two big hits in the 3rd inning, and both times Cards third baseman Fernando Tatis did the damage. Tatis became the first major leaguer to accomplish this feat and set a new record with 8 RBI in the same inning. Not bad for a player who had never cleared the bases with a home run before in his major league career. St. Louis went on to win the game 12-5. Park was also on the mound when Barry Bonds of the San Francisco Giants hit his 71st home run of the season on October 5th, 2001. That round trip moved Bonds past Card slugger Mark McGwire for the most home runs in one season. For good measure, Park also served up Bonds' 72nd home run later that same game. Park last pitched in the majors in 2010 and recorded 124 wins. For It Happened in Baseball, I'm Mick Kern.
Follow every second of the action on NHL Network Radio. From behind the bench to every play on the ice. If it's hockey, it's on Sirius XM NHL Network Radio. Sirius XM 91.
I'm Frank Trachtenberg with your Sirius XM sports schedule for Friday, January the 17th. All times are Eastern, and please remember, all games, times, and channels are subject to change. Check SiriusXM.com for the latest updates. In the NBA, 7 p.m., Boston Celtics face the Orlando Magic. Celtics on Sirius XM channels 86, Internet 881, Magic on Internet 901. 7:30 p.m., New York Knicks face the Minnesota Timberwolves. Knicks on Sirius 137, XM 212 and Internet 899, Timberwolves on Internet 897. 8 p.m., Miami Heat face the Denver Nuggets. Heat on Sirius 138, XM 213 and Internet 895, Nuggets on Internet 887. 8 p.m., New Orleans Pelicans take on the Utah Jazz. Pelicans on Sirius 161, XM 215 and Internet 898, Jazz on Internet 908. 8 p.m., Milwaukee Bucks face the Toronto Raptors. Bucks on Sirius XM channels 167, Internet 896, Raptors on Internet 907. 8 p.m., Chicago Bulls face the Charlotte Hornets. Bulls on Sirius 160, XM 217 and Internet 884, Hornets